All right, man. We're live. Another live show. Perspectives and Facts podcast. Why am I getting a call? People need to stop calling me. I'm gonna let everybody come in here. This is another live stream. We're gonna have a good conversation today on the live, man. Waiting for a few people to pile up in here. Want to get this started off pretty soon. And we got some things. We got some things we got to talk about today. We got some things we got to talk about, man. You know, this beef, this battle, we have pretty much come to a point where I think we can call the fight. Last night I was thinking that we are gonna get another Kendrick response, to kind of, be the proverbial victory lap. But as I, sit back on it, as we've talked about it, as things have kind of transpired and we build on it, I don't think there's gonna be a response. So the OB in the building. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a response to this. I don't think there's gonna be some type of backlash. I don't think Kendrick is going to have to say anything at this point. I really do believe that when we got to where we are now with this battle, it is what it is. Like Kendrick Lamar, I think we can say that he won the battle, man. I think we could say that he won the battle. I don't know who would sit here with a straight face and try to and act like that Kendrick Lamar somehow, some way lost it. I don't know why or how we could sit around here and talk about truths and lies, because in this particular battle, I don't think telling the truth was where we were going with this. I don't think truth was where we were going with this fight. I'm sorry, Drake fans. He put up a good fight. He put up a good battle. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Drake didn't put forth the effort. You know what I'm saying? Like in the losing effort, I will still say when it comes to pulling hip hop cards, or just being traditionalist, or even honoring the game, I'm gonna have to say Drake honored the game. One thing I feel like Drake does with his hip hop battles is what LeBron didn't do at the slam dunk contest, when it's like, okay, you're one of the best. Can you at least, with LeBron, if you are the guy, join the slam dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? Actually put up a fight. Don't, cower away. When it comes to Drake, he's put himself in position to go back and forth with contemporaries. And I feel like he's put himself in position to where I don't feel like he's, ran from the beef. He didn't run from the Meek Mill beef. He didn't run from the Pusha T beef. He didn't run from the Common beef. He didn't run from this situation here. So I'm always going to give Drake his props, win, lose, or draw, that he didn't fold. He didn't come around here and beat around the bush. He didn't hide from, having his legacy on the line. So, like I said, win, lose, or draw, I got to give Drake his props. But at the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar won the battle, man. Kendrick Lamar won the battle. There's no way as a Drake person that you can clearly say with a straight face that Drake has won the battle, that he's even up. Let me go through a couple comments. Like I said, salute OB in the building. Salute OB in the building. Last Dragon 8. That's what I'm saying. It's time. Like, what are we talking about, man? We seen tracks. We seen what Drake tried to do last night. That's like hitting the three down by like 25. Like, you're not going to get, or let's just say you were down by 17 points in a football game. You scored a touchdown. You're still down by 10. And the game's getting late. This is late in the fourth quarter. I think Kendrick Lamar can really just sit on the ball and take a couple knees, and game is over. What's popping, man? It just felt like Brooklyn all day. Hey, Brooklyn, I want to know why it seemed like the New York media was so biased in this argument. And when I say New York media, I'm not really talking, or even East Coast media. I'm not talking about the people. I'm not talking about people from the East Coast. I'm talking about the Gilly the Kids, the Mace and Cams. And I see Mace and Cam backtrack and say Kendrick won, because I think the internet was getting to him. But it just seemed a flex. It just seemed like a lot of people from the East Coast was kind of picking sides in this battle. So we're gonna, have a good conversation about that. Some people felt like Drake wasn't gonna win from the jump. So Oliver Branch, I feel you. Some people felt like that. Destruction, yeah. We're gonna break down Drake's self-destruction of his own career, because I feel like if Drake would have just played his game and Drake could have came out of this battle clean, he could have came out of a lot of situations better than where he left off. And I actually feel like Drake over time, and definitely over the last 2 years, has put himself in position to be dethroned and dismantled. You got to watch it. Hey, salute to the Drake stands in here. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I already know you guys are hyperventilating and kind of overstimulated by working in the OVO sweatshop for like 3.5 weeks, almost since March. You know what I'm saying? You guys ran out of rhymes, IG captions, narratives to explain. This usually happens when Drake takes an L on the internet. The fans really don't go by quietly, but it is what it is. Drake did what he's supposed to do, but I just don't think it was enough. And not only do I not think it's enough, I don't see anybody in a consensus saying, yeah, Drake won, or Drake is even up, or Drake came back. They're just trying to say the battle isn't over. But like as we see right now, it's just niggas screaming the battle isn't over. But the battle's pretty much over. We're NBAing out the stands. TNT inside the NBA is coming on at the post game. The championship celebrations happening on the floor. I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. Oliver, people thought it was going to be a popularity contest, not artistry. But I'm telling you, Drake dismantled himself, and Drake has alienated the people who used to allow him to win the popularity vote in other cases. Because look at who used to drown out. It used to be the women. It used to be Black Americans. Drake pretty much alienated different demographics of his fan base in the last 2 years, to where there was nobody left to defend him or to cape for him. And we're gonna break that down. Hitting threes in garbage time. That's literally what he's doing. Salute Shaq here. Hey, she got the wrench. Y'all act up. Y'all gonna get put out like Drake did. You know what I'm saying? The media is definitely showing their hands, and that's why you got to give props to the alternate journalism. You got to give props to the people who haven't caught a check or aren't really paid and bought media. That's why I really do feel like during this time in covering this beef, alternate media got to showcase the best coverage, because nobody was bought. Most alternate media, include me, we Drake fans, we Kendrick fans. We want to see a good battle. It was times where we thought so-and-so was going to win. Me, even though I am a Drake supporter, I've been to his concerts, front row, floor seats and all. I'm also always been one of his biggest haters, but I'm going to break down why I've been one of his biggest haters, because I've always identified with a certain demographic that Drake fans, not even Drake fans, that Drake himself could never capture. And that was really the pro-Black conscious backpack community. And I'm not saying that as like I listen to backpack rap all day and I'm over here listening to Tribe and all that. That's not the point. And then I'm Black American, and I know the history behind hip hop. I know the value in Black American culture. And when we see a Drake, it's something about him that could never really resonate with that part of me as a music listener. So as an objective ear, as somebody who loves the entertainment, loves hip hop, I always appreciated Drake and the music that he was able to construct and put out with the help of whoever, even if it was on his own. I always appreciated Drake's music. But it was the image that Drake started to morph into over time that I think a lot of people called out and peeped. But like I said before, because he was able to strategically, like most great people do in any business, attach themselves to other prominent people with prominent fan bases, he was able to move around in a lot of circles in a short amount of time for validation. And once again, we can't sit here and act like a lot of the Drake moves he did, especially early on in his career, were wrong moves. They were great business moves. It's once you got certain access, once you got certain privileges, once you got in certain positions. Appreciate it, Courtney Love. Ain't no bias, bro. This ain't over. The Hard Part 6 changed, shut all that Kendrick stuff down. Bro, it didn't. I'm sorry. Nobody's really saying that. Who will take his place? We don't need anybody to take Drake's place at this point, because Drake is Drake. There's not going to be another Drake. You cannot replace Drake. But what you can do is reset the balance of hip hop, reset and redefine the order. We have to understand that Kendrick Lamar, when it comes down to hip hop purist technical skill, Kendrick Lamar is hip hop's golden child. Whether you want to admit it or not, Kendrick Lamar was going to be hip hop's golden child because he is a definition of what it is to be a rapper, not a rap star, not a pop star, not a hip hop act, but an actual artist. Drake is a entertainer. He's a pop star. You know what I'm saying? That's his lane. That's always should have been his lane. Nobody said he couldn't rap. But once you start venturing off into MC land with Pusha T, Kendrick, niggas who they don't make dance records, they don't make R&B records, they don't write for a multitude of genres when they do music or perform. They stick to rapping. That's like saying, okay, I may be the best basketball player in the world, like LeBron. Say he's the best basketball player in the world, right? He's not going to win a three-point shootout with Steph Curry because Steph Curry is a three-point specialist. What a lot of people, and this is why we always say LeBron fans and Drake fans coincide with each other, because y'all act like your favorite player or favorite artist is the best at everything. And a real educated fan and somebody who studies the game of hip hop and music will tell you there's specialists for everything. There's people who hone in one single craft and can be the best at that craft. Like some people in the game are the best ad-lib specialists. Like Rick Ross is the best beat picking specialist. You have certain people with the entendres, with the punchlines. You have certain storytelling specialists. Hip hop, there's no one man in the history of the game that has been the best at all areas of rhyming. But Drake, not him, but his fans, and even him have learned the hard way that you're not the best at everything. And when people bench you out to certain waters, if you don't play your game, you're susceptible for losing. Last comparison, Denver Nuggets. They win. The Spurs win because they always play their game. You can't get them out their game. If LeBron and the Warriors are playing, if the Warriors keep hitting three-pointers, even though LeBron can't hit a couple threes, if he's hot, LeBron can't try to come back pulling up from three because that's not his game. But if Steph Curry has forced niggas out to the deep water and pulling up from 30 feet, there's nothing you can do. You are forced out of your game plan. Drake was forced out of his game plan by the moves he made well before the battle that forced him to placate to another nigga's home court advantage. The A minor, listen, that bar, A minor, was only effective by the decisions Drake has made in his career, thus the self-destruction of Drake and the rise and fall of him. You know what I'm saying? Salute living in the building. Did Drake need to bail out? You know what's funny about Drake's bailout? Nobody can do it. And the only people that can do it, like me and Mo Fact said yesterday, they cannot show their hand because Drake has made his advantages too loud for him to sway or for his handlers to sway public perception. You know, that was a nice little bar with the step this way. You know what I'm saying? Drake needed to make his distance hits and he failed. Shaqiri, Drake should never gotten this battle in the first place. This wasn't a battle he was going to win. Why the Drake fans say it's not over when he literally said he's falling back in his latest diss song. They don't want to go out losers, man. You got to understand Aubrey's Angels are not logical people. They're like LeBron fans. Like, you cannot be a logical stand for somebody who has proven that somebody writes his own music, for somebody who got pissed on, for somebody who got punched, for somebody who, had, questionable roles in his acting career. Drake doesn't understand. A lot of us people, we don't understand that a lot of Drake's fans, their first battle rap moment that they experienced was back to back. They don't know anything about 50 and Ja. They don't know anything about Jay-Z and Nas. Like, that's not their era. Back to back, Meek Mill, that was their first time act. They don't know about Gucci and Jeezy. They don't know about these beefs where niggas had to die behind these things. Peace, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go through a few more of these comments before we get to the show. Just want to, bring people in here. More exactly, the moral compass did play into it. That shit was funny. That shit was funny. And then when the anime clip, and then when you had Kendrick Lamar walking down the steps and J. Cole like he was about to get killed, he was just sitting there crying on the steps after Drake got stabbed. It was crazy. It is looking spooky. Yeah, it is. But at the same time, Drake has done this last couple of projects. Kendrick a whole goofy. That's what I'm saying. Like this is what Drake fans are saying. It's like we're talking about morality and character tendencies, and we're having a deeper discussion on what's people's issue with Drake, and Drake stands are giving us short jokes. That right there sums up the battle about people where they morally can stand on certain points where it's like, okay, I may enjoy this music, I may enjoy this, but when I can separate the artist from the music, then I can be critical of your moves and still enjoy your rhymes. You know what I'm saying? You have to be mature enough to understand the two. Thank you. I appreciate Drake's music and his consistency to stay relevant, man. So to Give the Curse podcast. Hey, if you want to tap in, Killer, you know what I'm saying? You know, slide in here. We're gonna be having a little expose of a few things. You know, so kick your feet up, make sure you got something to drink, got some water, got 55 people in here. The AI videos are going in. Kendrick is removing the copyright for niggas like me. We gotta fuck with it. Certified Lover Boy was Drake's last project that he really was his last really quality project. Bow. Kendrick is trash. You know, hey, I feel people, but Kendrick won. You know, Pusha T. Kendrick out internet and out rapped Drake and out rapped the internet. Larry June, you know, hey, I would like Larry June to replace. Let's get back to niggas who are actually cool. Let's get back to less light skinned niggas like less biracials like Drake and more light skinned niggas like Larry June. Like we need to restore light skin order in the light skin community. Drake was a biracial who did things and people called him light skin. That's the biracial man. But since we want to talk about it, let's give props to Larry June, Dom Kennedy, you know, certain light skinned niggas in the game who didn't crash out and fold. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the show, man. Kendrick got the quotables, you know. We outnumbered in our own culture is growing to a monster. But the song Not Like Us, the way Kendrick proved is Black Americans are still going to win in this battle. If you're smart enough, if you're in tune with your history, if you're educated, if you are, you know, somebody of the ilk of Kendrick Lamar who represents the one fan base Drake could never take over, proved that, you know, substance is going to win over internet narratives. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. Like I said, he lost. Nobody's saying we're going to throw Drake's music away, but, you know, he's not. He got taken off the throne. Pissed off too many niggas and too many niggas girls. No, you know, salute the FBA. You know, but let's get into a few things about this show. Thank you, Trevor Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got a good show title. This is like, you know, we're cooking this nigga Drake today. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting a long time for this. You know, we got to cook this nigga today. Light Skin Coalition, definitely we need to have a meeting. We can't, yeah, exactly. Because niggas was like, bro, you light skin. Why are you siding with Drake? I'm like, bro, because I'm FBA. I'm Black American, my nigga. This ain't about skin color. This is about lineage. And also, this is about them disrespecting Black Americans time and time again. You think we're not going to let you keep disrespecting niggas. I'm sorry. I mean, I know you would love to, but damn, nigga, chill. Drake, goddamn, as much much equity Black Americans have given you, you sit here and this. And yes, we're going to look at this particular photograph. Let me find my Twitter page somewhere on here. Matter of fact, yep. Because this picture that you're looking at, guys, is apparently, you know, they said Kendrick Lamar is in some condo in Brooklyn or something, in this hotel room, condo in Brooklyn. Oh, you left your family. Niggas like, oh, he sold his house. You know, there's been a lot of these narratives about him, which, hey, fair or not, Drake had narratives, Kendrick had narratives. I'm not saying it's not fair. I don't give a damn. Whoever's going to win the rap beef is going to win the rap beef, right? That's what matters. But at the end of the day, we have to be objective, right? And at the end of the day, we have to look at things for what they are. So let's look at this picture right here. We can see it. It says in state, open this up a little bit. This picture, it is Kendrick Lamar's wife, girlfriend, the Whitney. Just to, confirm some things, says a month after this, she posted a photo of her and her daughter in the penthouse you guys are really reaching. So apparently this is supposed to be the penthouse. Me and them always and always the greatest and toughest job I've ever been tasted. Love it. You know what I'm saying? So apparently this was the picture that you see the Day Free heart comment on. Because there was rumors. Well, this was, document here. We're just going to show. They say that Kendrick Lamar and Whitney sold the Calabasas home they shared for 9 years since their engagement. That the house was sold. I see another article that Kendrick said on his album that they broke up like a year ago before his last album. But regardless if they broke up or not, Day Free or not, it looks like she's in the penthouse. So I don't know if they broke up. I don't know if they're together. I don't know if it's Day Free room or whatever. But from what we looked at, what we can see, apparently, Whitney might be in the crib. Her and Kendrick might be back together for all we know. Day Free, I don't know. I don't know the Top Dog people. I don't know their integrity levels, but it'll be kind of weird for my label people, me to still be cool with Top Dog, Punch, Musa and them, and Day Free works these niggas, but he's smashing my girl. I think that would be kind of weird, but hey, what do I know, right? We're just gonna go through some reactions. We're gonna go through what the internet is saying, from the timeline. So don't.
On Euphoria, Kendrick was like fabrications. Because none of us believe that shit, bro. Number one.
So the narrative that Drake planted, this evidence that people are running with. People are saying, Drake won, Kendrick won. We're just gonna go through some reactions, have some discussions. If somebody wants to call in and have a conversation, let's have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure like, select viewers. You got 70 plus people in here. Start. This is somebody saying, why everyone ignoring that Drake set up Kendrick, thought he had a rap, but it was Drake setting him up and making him look goofy, and he fell for it. Now he's surrendering. This is the fake mole narrative. It sounds like certain people aren't buying it, but let's go ahead and roll the tape.
One buddy said, whoever you got your info from is a fucking clown. Then proceeds to say, nah, it was us that gave you the false info. So y'all are clowns? On Euphoria, Kendrick was like fabrications on the family front because you heard Mr. Morale. I can predict your every angle. Drake drops Family Matters. Now you let me know, how the fuck did Kendrick know Drake was dropping Without a Mole? How did Kendrick know to position his track name in the same category as Drake, Without a Mole? That's damn near impossible without one. One of the lines of Family Matters, J. Cole's the only person losing sleep. Why is there sleeping pills with your name on it on Kendrick's cover? There's a Maybach hearse in Drake's video. How the fuck does Kendrick have a picture of Maybach gloves? This man Drake said Ozempic has a side effect of jealousy and the doctors ain't tell y'all niggas. There's a pack of Ozempic on the fucking cover. And Kendrick been had this picture before Drake even dropped his track. You mean to tell me that Kendrick got fake evidence that Drake was about to lie in his own track before he even dropped it? That's like if I give you this and it got my name on the bottle and you post a picture like this and I make a video saying I ain't never using no great value disinfectant spray, it's only Clorox over here, and you post a picture like these and they can clearly see my name on the fucking bottle, are you going to believe me if I get back on this bitch and be like, nah, I gave you some fake evidence, bro? What? Now with the 11-year-old kid, I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick lied about that because Drake lied about him beating his wife. Now you let me know, why is Whitney's brother rooting for Kendrick on Twitter if Kendrick put his hands on his sister? No nigga on this planet would root for somebody that just beat their sister. Drake said the reason why you trying to call me a speedo so much is because you got played with when you were younger. And he tries to refer back to the Mother I track. Now if y'all pea brain ass niggas would have listened to that track, he's talking about the fact that his mother got played with. She thought that his cousin played with him. He said that did not happen and she didn't believe him due to the trauma that she went through. This nigga Drake was blatantly lying all throughout his track. So that whole part of, just throw that shit out the fucking window. Why the fuck are you bringing up Millie Bobby? Nobody ever brought.
All right, so anybody, any reactions that we have? Let's read. Let's crack the chat open. Just give me a few moments because we need to have a discussion about what we about what's going on, man. So pretty much, like they said, the Maybach was in Drake's video. There was some Maybach keys and gloves on the picture. Drake made a Ozempic line in the full picture 15 minutes after the diss. It was a pack of Ozempic. Drake made a sleeping pill reference on Meet the Family on Meet the Grams cover. There are sleeping pills on the cover. So what people are basically saying is that that picture was real, and the whole, you know, narrative that Drake planted this evidence right now is kind of being disproven in real time. Um, you know, what are we saying about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, or you know, he's beating Whitney, but her brother is sitting back and, you know, basically co-signing Kendrick. So like, what are we saying? It sounds like a lot of stuff Drake claimed on Kendrick, people around Kendrick are like rallying around and being like, nah, this is false. But everything that's been saying about Drake, nobody has rallied around, no doctor script, no OVO people. It's like everybody who could probably defend this nigga has been rock silent, like silent. You know, some people got, you know, some people got certain things, you know. He said Drake won. Drake, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, we waiting a long time for this day. We've been waiting a long time to kick this biracial niggas back in for disrespecting an art form, disrespecting us, you know. And like I said, Drake is dropping fake tea. Like, come on, bro. You ain't got the facts straight. You can't even find nothing. Like, what are we talking about? This is like a big humiliation rule by Drake. For Drake. Yeah, this beef is nasty. Yeah, Drake is going out. People saying he won. It is delusional. You know, and even in this chat, like niggas is telling you straight up. And then his monkey suit ass dad was victim blaming Me Too victims. But hey, meet the Grams, right? You know, if he sent like, where's the proof? Thank you. If I feel like this, if Drake sent him fake evidence, part of the Meet the Family video would have been like showing the fake evidence being exchanged within the video. And he would have had a response. He would have hit Kendrick with a Meet the Grams the way Kendrick hit him with the Meet the Grams if there was fake information exchange. Like, this doesn't even seem right. And Fame Marriage was fire, but I think that was Drake's red button. That was Drake with the rollout. We're going to shoot a video. He didn't think Kendrick was going to have a response to that. There was a real mole in my eyes. I don't think he would plant an 11-year-old mole. I don't believe that. Now, was him having an 11-year-old inaccurate? Probably, but the whole he planted a mole thing, no. That was like the most insignificant thing you think you were going to win in the battle. Thank you. And he started explaining himself. He stopped rapping at the end and was talking for a minute. Like, bro, this nigga think he's LMA, bro. Like, get this. I'm telling you, these biracial niggas behind with their backs against the wall turn to LMA. It's crazy. Thank you. A whole anti-black lion slug. We gotta pack them up today. You know what I'm saying? We gotta pack certain niggas up, man. Act was compromised. You know what I'm saying? Drake never gets any fair justice, bro. Drake has gotten unfair privileges throughout his career. But back to this, the reactions, back to everybody having a conversation about what is happening in this battle, because at the end of the day, as much as I've enjoyed this, I think it's done. I do think that there is a certain level of fatigue that has sat in. And to be honest, I don't even think people want to hear any more raps or rap battle. I think niggas are just done, to be honest. It's not like we don't want to,
because none of us believe that shit, bro. Number one.
And I don't think it's, and before I continue, I don't think people are done because it's like, oh, Kendrick won, is over. No, I think people are done because that Kendrick track hit so hard and drove the energy high. And then this Drake song, like every song, even the Drake responses up until last night, every song felt like it upped the ante. Like, damn, he said that, what you gonna respond to? Damn, he said that, what you gonna say? And last night was the first track where it dropped and people were like, okay, it's nice. That was good. But it ain't good enough. Like last night was the first ball drop. The first time somebody didn't hit. And it was like, man, that point, like not like us hitting so hard. It's like, bro, battle over. Drake was the first nigga to blink. Yeah, these pedophile allegations are new. People have been writing these articles for the last 6 years. What you niggas mad about the fact that you can't pretend not to see them anymore? Thank you. That's the point that these Drake fans are trying to drown out and ignore, like Kendrick Lamar made up these rumors out of nowhere. This stuff has been going on and on and on for the longest, bro. It's just become loud enough, and he has alienated enough of his crowd that people have removed themselves from being his armor to take his hits. Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. And also, I want to go to one of my favorite pages, Master Student, and he also did a Drake breakdown, and I want to find the breakdown that he had because it was masterful. Especially, I feel like he's seen the same thing I was seeing with Drake long term. If you've been watching Drake, yes, this right here. Gonna have a conversation. Salute Master Student. I would love for him to call in, tap in. We're gonna go directly over what you said. We're gonna kind of build off of these points, which was great. And this is, I feel like, one thing that the Master Student does is he gives great breakdowns and thesis to his statements, his arguments. He breaks it down in a thread, and his page isn't made for people with short attention spans. His page is made for you to educate yourself on other people's perspectives and actually be a reader, because these threads are long. You know what I'm saying? And call Star, we're not calling Star. He's not. Where's Star? Star ain't crying. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Star did have Drake on this battle. Oh, and Vlad's getting canceled. So salute to us, man. We getting Vlad, Drake, all these culture vultures out the puzzle. Let's get a couple more. Let's get Aiden Ross and Adam 22. Yeah, Adam 22 out of here too. How Drake took over the rap games in the Black Minds, right? Let's build. Drake started as a Canadian teenage actor on a TV show. This is where we met Drake. He was a nice kid who was good at acting, but he had a passion for rhyming, and he loved lyrical hip hop specifically. But he also was a student of it all. He was mostly talented, could sing, rap, dance, and act. You know what I'm saying? Well, not dance, but he could rap, sing, and act. He was tired of acting and wanted to pursue his real passion. See, this is the Drake that a lot of us, people born, I want to say 93, 95 and up, this is the Drake we remember. This is the face of the rap game. This was the face of the rap game. This is what niggas allowed to be the face of the rap game. Cool. No harm, no foul. Everybody deserves to be talented in their own right. Everybody has a lane, right? So Drake starts to pursue his rap dream. He starts releasing music, switching up his image a little bit. He starts off lyrical, but the backpack rapper, rhymes over Dilla beats, like he said. And this is why I love Master Student. Drake, this is how we were dressing, you know what I'm saying? But Drake being, want to be a backpack rapper, be a lyricist, same thing I feel like Kanye West wanted to be. Same thing Nas, was. A lot of hip hop purists know that backpack lyrical Dilla, that Tribe Called Quest, that's really pure essence of hip hop. It's not about money, it's not about flexing. It's really just about the essence of the skill, which can always be appreciated. But what Hov said, he said, I made something. He's like, I made a $500,000 something. I haven't rapped like Common Sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Drake when he said, I could take your fan base, but I got to do. A lot of the big rappers who went platinum basically tell you I had to ditch the conscious rap to go mainstream, right? Salute to Kanye West, his father. One thing that we will say is that Kanye West ushered the door for a whole new generation of rappers. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West having success. As a rapper 2004, there is no Drake without Kanye West in his run. Rap was dominated in 2004 by the gangster rappers, the conscious rappers, the street niggas. Kanye West represented the regular black safe archetype, rhymed over the soul samples, didn't have a street background. But I think the reason why Kanye was able to break through that a lot of these other artists weren't able to do, because Kanye was also a master producer and could rhyme well enough over his own beats to make hits for himself. That was why Kanye West broke through the way he broke through, because he had more talent than could be shelved and put away. You know what I'm saying? Look at 2008, 2007. This was the image. If you were around as a kid, you were a middle school, high school adult, it was all about Bootsy. Game was the nigga. 50 Cent was the nigga. You got Gucci Man, Jeezy, Yo Gotti. It was, Wayne. It was hip hop, street shit, all day, every day, twice on Sundays. Like Kanye West was an anomaly at the time. And instead of being the backpack rapper, you know what I'm saying, so be conscious rapper. This is one of my favorite parts about Master Student's breakdown and dissection of what Drake did is you went from the backpack rapper to like, you're going to be the ladies' man. You're going to win the women over first. Something Tupac told Biggie to do. You got to go to the women. You know what I'm saying? These niggas aren't really going to stand by you. And that's cool. They don't have to stand by you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Wayne, people already knew when it comes down. I love this comment. One thing people got to understand about people like Drake, they're never going to win the majority of men over. They're going to only have to win men over by what the women say. You know what I'm saying? And I really do, whoever gave him this advice, whatever lane he chose to reinvent himself, was literally perfect. This was the best thing Drake could ever do. Found a way in the game. His first strategy, win the black woman over. So now Drake is no longer the boom backpack rapper. He's a ladies' man rapper, and he makes great songs for women. You can't deny it. Some black women also find him attractive, and he like his music. He can also sing. So black women become his biggest supporters. Remember, this video came out before Best Ever Had. Remember, this was on the Best Ever Had video. Drake had to rebrand himself before we even seen Drake on our level. Smart move. Get the women. Second, get the co-signer from the hottest rapper in the game. I always say Drake would have never became Drake if he didn't have the Birdman, Young Money, Lil Wayne co-sign. Lil Wayne was the hottest nigga in the game. Like he said, see who Drake is now, Lil Wayne was 08. By Wayne had the street niggas, but the street niggas saw Drake and a lame. He was lame to all of us, bro. Nobody, when we first seen Drake, we were like, who the fuck is this nigga? He looks lame. We're not fucking with him. But because Wayne was fucking with him, and we listened to Wayne, and Wayne started promoting him around, niggas, a lot of the casual Wayne fans, not all the street niggas, not the niggas who really, enjoy, hip-hop gangster rap, but, Wayne was mainstream at this time. Wayne's fans were bigger than black and white and just in America. Wayne was a worldwide superstar, one of the most recognizable faces on the planet at this time. So Drake was able to get a lot of Wayne's commercial fans that he just started to obtain about a year or two before Drake came around. It really seemed like, and this is why I feel like Drake blew up so fast, because it's like Wayne did years of hard work to finally break through the mainstream as a superstar rapper on his own, only for Drake to, take the baton and run with it. Good or bad, that's what I felt like happened. We're going to play this. This is the wise elder. Wayne told Drake, if Drake would have listened to Wayne, Drake would have never been in the situation. Drake would still be the biggest unpenetrable act in the game. He told him he didn't want Drake to come around, his street friends, his street life. Don't start talking about that bullshit, nigga. Keep that Canadian. And here we are.
Don't change anything. Don't think because you're coming over here by me that you got to start rapping about the things I rap about. Don't do none of that. Please rap about your little TV show, whatever you want to rap about. Rap about girls. Do that. That's what you're good at. I was like, don't come because, of course, it's only natural for you to come over and just think, if I'm with Wayne, then I'm gonna rock like Wayne, and so I rap about what I rap about, and so that was one of the main things I had to tell him from the jump. Like, hey, don't change anything. Don't start singing about killing nobody. Don't start singing about the streets.
Yeah, talk about what you know. Yeah.
Yeah, like, keep it Canadian, man. Don't change anything. Don't think because you're coming over here by me that you got to start rapping about the things I rap about. Don't do none of that. Please rap about your little TV show, whatever you want to rap about. Rap about girls. Do that. That's what you're good at. It's only natural for you to come over and just think, if I'm with Wayne, then I'm gonna rock like Wayne, and so I rap about what I rap about, and so that was one of the main things I had to tell him from the jump. Like, hey, don't change anything.
So to me, right there was just like, hey, Wayne knows the game. Wayne's been in here for over half his life at this point. Is like Drake. If you were just you, nobody can do what you do. So don't let anybody in this hip hop game. Jay-Z told him, niggas gonna hit you with silly rap feuds trying to distract you. Don't let anybody take you out your lane trying to prove how tough you are to anybody else. I think one lesson Drake never learned as a kid growing up in the suburbs is, especially when, you come from a privileged home, never get caught trying to explain yourself to people who don't understand you, don't look like you, or don't come from where you come from. Never get into an argument, debate, or find yourself trying to prove your worth to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Drake's self-esteem never allowed himself to just let people think what they think about him and focus on what makes him great. That's, to me, Drake's biggest flaw, right? Getting the cosign from Nicki Minaj. So you already got Drake's fans, right? You're coming in with a little Drake fan base. Then you get Wayne's fan base. You get the hottest commercialized rappers fans in the game, right? Not everybody, but the demographic I felt like Wayne was able to capture. You introduce Drake to that worldwide, audience. Then you get the cosign from Nicki. Black women at the time loved Nicki Minaj. They still do, but this era was different. She also helped co-sign Drake, and they would flirt, and this helped get more black women to get hip to his music, and he took her fans on too. So you got new Nicki fans, new Drake fans, new Wayne fans. It's a combination, that was coming around. But this is one of my favorite parts. This is why I liked it, because when all this is going on, if you was a real nigga, if you stood for something inside of you was like, this ain't right. Something about this doesn't feel authentic. And you had the niggas like DMX. The street guys still were not sold on Drake yet. And honestly, a lot of older street guys never bought into Drake's music and still see him as corny. But some of the street guys from my era started buying in more and more, but it was mostly younger guys. Yeah, because these, the OGs, they grew up, they seen bullshit before, so they weren't really about to, try to co-sign with this. This wasn't anything they were used to. Then 2012, Drake pulls Rihanna. This makes him even bigger. He takes on her fans too. Like I said, all these moves Drake made to these points are very smart. They're strategic moves. I don't feel like he made them by himself. I feel like he was label backed. He was company backed. To me, Drake was an industry plant with enough talent to keep himself around. Because if Drake did not have any talent, or he couldn't write his own songs, or he could not rap, I do think Drake is supremely talented, but I don't think that Drake is as talented as he perceives himself to be, because he doesn't like to give a lot of people credit. He doesn't put people's on. He steals people's best songs. Drake likes for people to think it's only him in the studio, but we're just going to go forward with the narrative and the perspective, right? Drake's putting on a masterclass and grabbing fan bases and inserting himself into the fan base. It's one of my favorite parts also, because I do feel like this is when Drake really had the rap game in a chokehold. When the black hip hop heads respect. Drake could always rhyme, but seen more as a singer. But in 2012, he showed he won't back down. Lyrically, he went at Common held his own. He also dropped an album that highlighted him as a great rhymer. This one many hip hop heads respect, including mine. Tuscan Leather. We look at the rhymes of Nothing Was the Same. Reading This Too Late, especially Nothing Was the Same. This was awesome. This was bars. This was some of Drake's best work. Some of my favorite Drake songs from this era of 2012 to 2015 is some of the best Drake you're gonna get. Really, really, really amazing songs. I'm not saying who wrote it or not. We're not even going there right now. Just Drake definitely won the black hip hop heads fan base. And you like bars, music. He did that. Another step, masterful step that Drake made. But see, this is kind of the same reason why Drake could not really get to where he truly wanted to be. Street guys, even in the industry, still see Drake as a lame. They peed on him. Salute to Tip, T.I. Showed y'all niggas early. Light-skinned niggas, biracial niggas, two different type niggas. Because nobody ever believes you're going to piss on T.I. and he just going to take that lightly. Problems come behind T.I. Ain't nobody pissing on a nigga like T.I. Punched him. Look at this picture. And I want to show this picture because this is who Drake used to be in these rooms. This is a chair like, hey, somebody give this nigga a chair because this bozo was not sitting next to us two. This is us two with our white small hat handler, and we pulled this nigga from the chicken fingers and fries table, the kiddie table with the chicken fingers and fries and the hot dogs, and we brought him over to the steak and shrimp table. And yeah, you see Diddy put his hands on him, say, man, I liked you at that party last night, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? You know, we proud of you, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? I like it when you do that, Daddy. I like when we wear that shirt with no tie, Daddy. That's what like he's telling him. And Jay-Z over here skinning and grinning. What is Diddy saying to him? Why is Jay-Z showing all his teeth? And why does Drake look nervous, but he can't get up and leave? Bottom line is, the Drake that you guys think is such a menacing owl, six-god terrorist, this is who he really is. And these are the niggas who little broed him, right? But like I said, and like he said, they peed on him, they punched him. They did him how they did academics. And you wonder why him and academics have such like a kindred spirit in what they do. Here's the thing. They needed him. He did not need them. That was now the reality. That is a beautiful point because as much as we talk and have these conversations, niggas needed Drake when the change of the guard happened. You know what I'm saying? But as we can all see with this picture, P. Drizzy, P. Diddy. You're looking at Hove, but Diddy's looking at you. Got his hand around your shoulder like a bad bitch. What's really going on in this picture? But we're not going there. Got a breakdown to do, right? No more Mr. Nice Guy. We remember we went from this guy, right? The nigga looks like a naked mole rat, to the sixth god, to this nigga. Let's speak on it. No more Mr. Nice Guy. After getting disrespected over and over by street guys, saw him as a lame, but needed him to make records, Drake stepped up his gangster. He connected with guys who won't allow you to just bully him anymore. You can't just whip your dick out and start pissing on Drake like you used to. Put your dick back up. We got niggas in the building. Might shoot you now, okay? No more pissing on Drake as a pastime to humiliate this nigga. Drake got a new team around him. You know what I'm saying? He got connect with guys won't allow you to bully him, and now he feels like he can rap however he wants because he's connected to the street guys. He is getting off the path Wayne put him on. I ain't see Chubbs till around this era. How come Chubbs don't rap? We need some Chubbs records, man. Chubbs getting the hand-me-downs, man. Jay Prince, finger pointing. Goofy son, finger pointing. Drake, weird shirt, but look, gangsters. He around the gangsters. Look, why do you have the uncle headphones hanging off your neck, Jay Prince? You're in the club. At some point, take them damn headphones off, granddaddy. Come on, bro. Can't keep these old niggas around you too long, right? Drake defeats the street guy rapper in the battle. Okay, the street niggas, they love Meek Mill. Let's break this down. Meek was a guy really from the culture. He was a battle rapper. The street guys, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was riding with Meek. A lot of hip hop purists were riding with Meek, hoping Meek won the battle. You know what I'm saying? But Meek did get embarrassed lyrically. He got destroyed in the battle. And niggas did fuck with Drake. Niggas is like, hey, you beat a nigga like Meek Mill. And Meek Mill looks really stupid in the back of this picture, by the way. This is a real stupid face right here. Somebody pray for Meek Mill. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He's just a little slow. And then what he does, won the old street niggas over, won the young street niggas over. In 2016, Drake begins to do more records with young and up-and-coming street artists who have the respect in the streets. This also allows Drake to show that he can also rhyme just like them on a street level, and he's great at this style. He also takes on Future fans, 21 Savage fans, and they all blow up. They blow up bigger. This is true. Him co-signing 21 Savage was the best thing for 21 Savage's career. Elevated him. him and Future, I do feel like when Future was really on that wave and taking off, the Drake stamp on What a Time to Be Alive tape really supplanted that Future momentum at the time. Him in the game, to me, this was an extortion video. I felt like they ran down on Drake in LA and they say, nigga, you better shoot this video and record and check in or everybody gonna die. Like, look how, I mean, come on, man. Nobody in the background, they happy to be here. It's like, they're all like, damn, why you bringing this nigga in here? Drake looks like out of place. He don't look comfortable. This is the image, by the way. And the game, like, bro, what do you have on, bro? What is his outfit? It's like, this is like a goofy show. There's a bunch of goofy shit going on in this picture. But salute to Cali. It's not your fault the game and Whack 100 wanted this Drake track by any means necessary. And really, this is supposed to be, I guess, some Kendrick diss too, also. But we see how that turned out. The game. Looking real funny in the light, my brother. Looking real funny in the light, my brother. Know you was working in them Chippendale strip clubs. You ain't got to start twerking for this nigga Drake. But yet he did. Future needed him. He needed Future. This was probably the only mutual beneficial relationship in Drake's career where they both helped each other to preserve each other in different fields they couldn't get in. Drake couldn't get in Atlanta strip clubs. Drake couldn't make those records that were ringing off in Atlanta. Future couldn't get on the top of the charts. He had chart-topping songs, but he did not have that commercialized machine behind him that was behind Drake. But you fuse the street hits and the commercial success together, and you get What a Time to Be Alive. You get numerous top records, and the minute they start collabing, you could say whatever song they dropped from 2015 up to 2022 was probably one of the top 3 to 5 songs of that year. One of the greatest collaborations we're ever going to see in hip-hop music. Now, after Drake did all that, the black degenerate archetype. We are going down the archetypes of black American rap fans that Drake strategically cosplays, wins over. Smart sometimes not good for his benefit long term. Like this one, the black degenerate archetype. Drake was not able to ruin this group over black rap fans too. So he conquered almost all the archetypes except one. It is one that he cannot conquer just yet. Look at this. Sexy red. Come on, man. With the duck lips. Come on, bro. What's up with you and the kids, man? What's up with you always around the kids? Get away from the kids. God damn it, Drake. Come on, man. Let's think about it. Drake got so big that, a lot of guys one time who saw him as lame started rocking with him. That's when I talk about a lot of New York media who was talking crazy about Drake. All of a sudden, they want to cape for Drake, act like Drake's the GOAT. We don't get it. R.I.P. to DMX. I don't remember him starting to glaze Drake. But look at this nigga like Charlemagne. Drake, why's your tongue out, man? Drake, put your tongue back in your mouth. Charlemagne, stop showing all your teeth. These niggas are bought and paid for. These niggas have scripts to read and narratives to push. As long as they can cash a check, they'll tell you niggas eat McDonald's HIV burgers because it makes you taller. And they're going to go home and not lose a wink of sleep. You cannot trust the mainstream media because, as you can see, this looks like payola. Bought and paid for opinions. Jay-Z. What are we doing? Get away from this man. And why are you so quiet right now, Hove? Why is Hove so quiet in times like this? Cameron, Mace, niggas compromise, right? But let's relook at the archetype Drake was not able to lock down. The pro-black conscious archetype. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a hotep because I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm super pro-black every day of the week. That's not what it is. But a part of me is conscious. Part of me is pro-black. And a part of me, at a certain extent, I do have to cut off the minstrel shows. We always do. We always have to stop niggering the shit up. We got to put down the lean, the weed, the big booty bitches in the music and be like, wait a minute, we black first. We might, this might not be as fun as shaking ass, but we have to have pride in ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? It's a decision as a Black American. If you are conscious enough, if you were raised right, got values, you understand you gotta be Black before anything else. Like you have to have some type of morals or some type of a moral compass and standing. You know, they're pro Black content archetype. They don't rock with Drake for the most part for many reasons that the other Black archetype would never think twice into. This is the point when I argue with Drake stands and Aubrey's Angels and Drake sexuals. This is the point that I can't get offended by, because I understand that their minds don't work the same way our minds do. Things that they don't even think about, we think long and hard about to make conscious decisions based off of where we spiritually align. Number one, they don't trust Drake's Blackness and if he's more loyal to his mother's side or his father's side. We don't trust your Blackness, bro. We thank you for the future cover. We don't trust you. We do not trust you. Something about you, Drake. You don't pass the smell test. You're rubbing us the wrong way. There's something about something about your Blackness feels artificial. They see Drake as a culture vulture who is cosplaying a Black American degenerate. And we talked about the fan bases. We talked about him morphing into different archetypes of artistry and images. And the Black conscious type is kind of like Drake. It seems like you are benefiting off of all these role switches, but we never really see you when it's really time to speak up for the same people that you benefit off of. You're always kind of quiet, but when it's time to come around and do your minstrel show and cosplay as the next great Black American archetype that needs to be pushed by the labels and the media, here you are. New hairstyle, new tone, new beats. Just is like a new and improved Drake every fucking, it's like a system update, right? And this point, you play into your mother's side when it comes to benefits, but have we ever seen Drake do family photographs or like when you went to Memphis and went to the family reunion in Memphis with his Black side? We ever seen Drake around his white side, his Jewish side of the family? Has he ever like took a family video photograph of him? He's the darkest person around the family. I haven't seen it, but wonder why. I think some of the biracials in here know why. A lot of you biracials probably haven't took family photographs with your white side, right? You know, just a thought. You know, they see Drake as Jewish, a man that has a fetish to sexualize Black women who are obsessed with him. I don't particularly say that point about the sexualizing Black women who are obsessed with him, because I feel like that's just a side effect of hip hop music. And Drake, when it comes down to that point, I feel like Drake isn't doing anything that other rappers aren't doing. And I can't put your ethnicity or religious background like too much to blame or too much to criticize you based off of your religious background, because you were just doing the regular protocol when it comes to hip hop, and that is sexualizing Black women who may be obsessed or enamored with you. You know, they feel like Drake has never stood up for Black people enough publicly. That is true. We never see Drake when they were hanging niggas. We never seen Drake when there were the police brutality. We never see Drake doing any marches. We never see Drake. You know, we got one God's Plan video and niggas acted like this nigga Drake was second coming to Malcolm X. Like, come on, nigga. He just gave the video budget away for free and hit the cha-cha slide with Antonio Brown. Like, what are we talking about? You know, they feel like Drake's music isn't about anything that's meaningful. They feel like Drake has co-signed Black degenerate artists to help promote to Black children while he gets richer from it. That's a good point. But I think we can always say Drake's music never really had a lot of substance. It just sounds good. It's kind of like what Mos Def said. And we got to apologize to Mos Def. I got to apologize to Mos Def. We said, hey, Mos Def, set your ass up. The fuck are you talking about? You sound like a hater. We made Mos Def doing a humiliation ritual. He had to sit up there on the steps like a bad bitch in a skirt because he talked bad about the Sixth God. And remember what he said months ago? He said, what happened when this thing buckles? What happened when this thing called Drake kind of like comes to an end? So many skews. Oh, I love this small. I gotta find that clip on God. I gotta find that. I'm gonna find that clip Give me 1 second, because we definitely got to find this clip really quick. I'm gonna go on YouTube and I gotta pull this Mos Def clip, because Mos Def, as much as niggas kicked his back in, Mos Def had a point, man. Let me pull this. You can't even type in Mos Def and Drake not come up, man. So we're gonna go ahead and hold on. We're gonna rewind it. I'm gonna get this video up because Mos Def has always been a conscious nigga. Mos Def has always been somebody who's kind of been trying to tell niggas what time it was. Sometimes we be like, hey, nigga, because you're not popping, you hating. This is what Black Americans do. You know what I'm saying? If niggas are winning, hey, shut up and let this nigga win. Sometimes, you know. Share this tab. All right, here we go. This is Mos Def predicting the future. Here we go.
Like, is Drake hip hop? I know.
Drake is
we're here
pop.
for truth. We're here for
Drake
truth.
Drake is pop to me.
Right, that's fair. In the sense that it's charting like pop music, popular music.
In the sense, like, if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, so it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
Commercial music.
Or it's
Commercial music,
shopping with an edge in certain instances. Or
fair. I like Drake's music, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
Of course, I mean,
it's commercial, entertaining, fun, good,
it's
formulaic music.
It's likable.
Likable music, yeah.
It's likable.
But is it? I'm gonna leave you alone. We're gonna move on.
So many products. So
many SKUs.
So many SKUs. Look at all these SKUs. Oh, so many products.
So much merchandising. So many barcodes.
I love this mall. Look at this place. I mean, look at this place. They have everything. Everything's here. They have everything here. This is great. This is a new Drake. You hear it? It's great. Okay. What happens when this thing collapses? This is the thing that we're talking about. It's like nobody wants to talk about. It's like, what happens when the columns start buckling? Are we not in some early stage of that at this present hour? Are we seeing like the collapse of the empire? Buying and selling. Where's the message that I can use?
Right.
What's in it for your audience apart from being like banging the pom-poms?
All right. Let me go back here because I don't want any like random videos to play. Share this tab instead. Okay, so before I get back, first of all, yeah, Mos Def definitely knows about the machine. It doesn't matter about Mos Def's preferences or how he's talking, because he had a good point. What happens, and he predicted what happens when the Drake empire starts to fall. What does it mean for music? Is this the Great Reset? What does this mean? Now back to this, because I feel like Mos Def, who is Mos Def? The pro-Black conscious archetype. What was the group Drake could not conquer? The pro-Black conscious archetype. Funny and ironic how that is the same archetype that predicted his fall. Why was his third eye open and nobody else was? How did he know what was to come? Mos Def, man. You got to give him his props. You gotta give him his props. The sisters, look like this. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like 19 Keys. Sisters with the dreads, the sexy sisters with the locks, the Fez cap niggas, Hotep niggas. Something about it didn't smell right to them. Call them what you want. Usually niggas on this pro-black time, niggas on this conscious time that can usually call things that are going to happen like this, right? Leading us to the battle. What are we talking about? The main archetype of rap fans is not rocking with Drake. The black conscious rap fans that he cannot conquer, and they want to see Drake fall from grace, from the nigga kingdom. Like this is Lion King. It's crazy, right? Crazy. It's a beautiful point too. Tupac was the only rapper that could rule the nigga kingdom in all archetypes. You know what I'm saying? He had the ratchets, he had the baddies, the thugs, the pretty boys, the conscious brothers, the club, music niggas, the regular black guys, regular black women. You can find all these archetypes in Tupac, which is true, and nobody else has been able to do it since. Drake got close, but can never conquer the black conscious archetype that he was missing. You know why? Because just like his mother bloodline allows him to get in spaces, you know what I'm saying? And they allow Drake to position himself where a lot of other melanated artists cannot be. This is the same bloodline that prevents him from conquering the blackest of the black audience to really capture the soul of black people, which is their minds, their hearts, their spirits. That's who the black conscious pro-black archetype is. Once you get that, you pretty much have the soul of black people in a way. And that's why Tupac still reigns supreme to this day, because he touched the soul of the conscious mind, and he's at war with the archetype. And as we know, Tupac's student is Kendrick Lamar. And I mean, look at how he tries to cosplay. This is cringe. Why do you have it tied around your neck like a bad bitch? It's cringe. It's a terrible picture. Like Drake wearing this is like seeing like another nigga wear your clothes, bro. Like my nigga, come on, bro. Wild shit, right? I heard you got the ring. I'm willing to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave. Kendrick is letting Drake know that in this black archetype, he can never buy his way into, even if he buys Tupac's rings for $2 million. You can't buy your way into black American culture with this fucking face, with this aesthetic. We know you're not one of us. We know you're not. Nigga. Nice ring, by the way. Salute Tupac, man. Like this is the nigga. This is the ring. This is the image of hip hop. This is what hip hop represents. Not this. This nigga looks like the manager at a rental car service. Come on, bro. Make R&B music. Stop trying to threaten niggas. You look like a trustworthy young man, Drake. One of my favorite parts also, because niggas like to just act like this didn't exist. People like to, wash over the point. But hey, Illuminati theory versus Illuminati theory. Tupac was the rapper that came up with Illuminati because he wanted to kill Illuminati theory. Another interesting angle is that Kendrick is at war with the industry, the biggest artist in the industry, who has direct bloodlines to the higher ups in the game. And in this battle, Kendrick is exposing and allegedly uncovering the dark truths about his opponent and going directly at industry in these diss songs also, as if he knows that it's him versus the machine. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. This is what the perceived battle is all about. You know what I'm saying? Is Drake representing the machine? Is he representing what they're trying to poison us on? Is Drake representing like the antichrist of hip hop? Is Kendrick the chosen one? This is theatrics. This is battle. This is Shakespeare in real time. You know what I'm saying? The dramatics. It's awesome. Losing yourself in the character. I made a short thread about how Drake has lost himself in the character. People who have studied and watched Drake, we have clearly seen that over time, Drake has lost himself and the image of Drake. And we are going to get into that. I'm just going down to read some of the comments. I really do appreciate the people in here who are commenting and talking. I appreciate people on Twitter who's tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Every rapper is a character, whether they admit it or not. When they pick up a mic and begin to write songs, they create a character and thoughts become things. See, Drake got off this path. Wayne told him to just stick to being true to himself as an artist. But Drake wanted more. He could have easily just stayed in the lane as a singer, rapper, lyricist, sticking to love songs and introspective songs about love, and he would have been just as big. This is all Drake had to do. Drake keeps forgetting you are how we met you. We met you as a big-nosed, awkward-looking kid who, in all hindsight, was not menacing, looked like the type of guy we would not take serious, looks like an elite citizen. Drake looked like the type of person who paid his bills on time. And when he got pulled over for speeding, he gave the officer a warning. Top-notch elite citizen behavior and look from Drake. You know what I'm saying? But he did not want that. He wanted it all. Shout out to the Scorpios. The Scorpio in him has a big ego and wanted revenge subconsciously. All the street niggas that used to play him, all the bad hoes who thought he was corny, sounds like Revenge of the Nerds. Sounds like Drake double back on the rappers who laughed at him and the bitches who didn't give him no ass. Beat It Chick was a person, it would be Aubrey Graham. Who do you think you are has nothing to do with who you really are. Why don't a lot of you Drake fans and a lot of you people who may be lost and don't know thyself, write this on your forehead for the day. Write this on your forehead at the middle of the night. So we wake up in the morning, this is the first thing you can see. Who you think you are has nothing to do with who you really are. But you can't convince yourself that you're no longer Aubrey from Canada, and now you are Drizzy from the Six. That's the character you created with the pen. And Drizzy from the Six is on top of the world right now, but the difference from him and Drake is Drizzy raps about street life, putting out hits with the mob. He's more arrogant than ever. He beefs with men and women artists. This new subconscious character led him to this Kendrick beef. Kendrick is an artist from the streets of Compton who has real street guys around him, and no matter how much money Drizzy from the Six has, they don't take his gangsters serious, and Kendrick is exposing it. That's what this battle is about. And salute to the Master Student. One more time, please go to @MasterStudent on Twitter. Follow this page. He has threads on R&B, hip-hop, rock, history, sports, any topic you could think about. If he's well-versed in, he's going to give you a book's worth of threads. And, I just can't wait till he expands his media platforms. Back to this. Kendrick is an artist from the streets of Compton who has real street guys around him and know how much money he gets from the Six and who Drizzy is. Nobody takes him serious, and K-Dot's exposing it. You know what I'm saying? Making street guy fans that, Drizzy from the Six conquered all the way up. Start to remember that Drake is not one of them, and he never was. They not like us. This is who we met. Peacoat Drake. Mr. Do you have directions to the nearest biracial bar and grill finger food restaurant that just opened on the white side of town, Drake? And this is who we see now. The difference. Now, we've all changed in the last 15 to 20 years, but how many of us have morphed into caricatures of ourselves? I'm pretty sure more than what a lot of people like to admit. So I'm going to move this out the way for a quick second and want to say salute to Master Student, who I used and referenced his breakdown as a microcosm of how I see things also when it comes to Drake, as a fellow Black American conscious person who has watched the construction of the psyops, the narrative building, certain things that are being pushed, and really, really seen this and called a thing a thing. And, they say we're Drake haters, but we're not Drake haters, because I hope this breakdown gave Drake sandal wearing Aubrey Angel stands a look into why Drake never won everybody over. Look into the one demographic that did not buy into Drake's image, into his music. It is what it is. But the image, what he was pushing, the narrative, he was the top rapper in the game, that was what we all pushed against. And I understand people say, oh, y'all just hating this and that. It's not that. It's bigger than that. It's to the point where Drake became the hip hop's Elvis, because they couldn't do it with Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. They couldn't when New Edition came out. They gave you New Kids on the Block. They tried to give you people like, what's his name? What's his fucking name? New Kids. They tried to give you Marky Mark on the Funky Bunch. They tried to give you Vanilla Ice. They tried to give you a lot of white artists that never really passed the smell test. And when you want to keep it a buck, Drake really won this battle because I think he was spiritually aligned with, the ancestors of the rap game, and just really knew how to play this battle, and how, people work, even going back to like the Al Green samples and some of these samples that he had. It hit different because he knew how to, he knew how to get hip hop with Drake. And salute to Metro Boomin, because Metro Boomin is somebody with the last lap, because he released the BBL Drizzy beat, and now Drake has millions of young rappers going in on him and dissing them.
Hey, look.
We're gonna look at one of them right here, which, he told the nigga to shut up and make some drums. So guess what? Let's shut up and make some drums. These are what the drums made. Now we got young niggas just going crazy with the images and the videos. Let's play one of the first ones. 18-year-old SoundCloud rapper.
Shout out that nigga Metro, bro. He really sent this beat to everybody in the world, but we gonna pretend that he sent that shit to me exclusively. Hey, call this up a kung fu kitty cause he came with a kid cause the gun through 50 nigga Drake on the weird, he just run through kitty so the Drake for the run through Drizzy. No diddy, he making these moves, they're really sloppy. You do stranger things with Lil Millie, Bobby, he a bad guy, fuck with Billy probably. He actually did. Fuck! They say they gon' pay me the district. Nah, bitch, I'm finna do it for free, nigga. Fuck it down, I don't give a fuck. Get my little cousin knock the match like Creed. He threatening to drop out his trash ass nigga. Goddamn, we need to go hide from the men once again. He try to come hide his kid from the world, but the world wanna hide from the kid, bitch. Like, damn, what's next though? I'm still screaming RPX though. Nigga, where was your whereabouts on June 18? Nigga, where the fuck was you at, ho? Not for real. Don't act like you ain't killer, man. You a bitch, boy. You a middleman. Nigga thought he did something when he crushed kids with minivan. You a little man. I don't give a fuck about the legal nigga, bitch. The whole world's how y'all meeting, nigga. Bitch, you probably sent it to a modern. She blackmailed you and you told her delete it, nigga. Then she leaked it, nigga. You defeated, nigga. You depleted, nigga. Put his ass in jail, have him pleaded, nigga. Give his ass life. Never afraid of nigga. That's on me and you better take care of little nigga. Cause once I put you in the sky, ain't no more life once you in the air, little nigga. Now scratch that, bitch. You going to hell. You get views just from there, little nigga. Ain't even speaking your BBL yet. Fans won't say that you not a pedo, but you lucky the victims ain't even tell yet, bitch. Nobody can pass me. I might as well put a fuck boy in a wheelchair like to bring him back to grassy. I don't give a fuck about you shoot this pussy boy. Bet the niggas when I blast me. Put out the mother word test, bitch, you won't make it out where you pass it. You a mainstream simple senior nigga, graduated 3 years ago, but he still goes to the track meets. You a pedophile boy if you ask me. You put well meat inside your ass cheeks, nigga.
Hey, man. And my point of playing that isn't the fact that that was the hottest song, that was fucking fire. That's not the point. The point of this really, and I think it was pretty dope. The point of this is Drake used to have all the trolls to drown out niggas who would try to talk about Drake or try to expose Drake, and especially disrespect Metro Boomin. And Metro Boomin is like, I'm going to drop a free beat on SoundCloud. So now I have a bunch. Now it's about like a million diss records coming out about Drake. And now it's like Drake, what Kendrick was able to do was detach Drake away from the high school, college, female fan base, like the next generation of young women. Drake was standing around Sexy Red, hitting high schools. Drake was trying to acclimate himself to that fan base. Kendrick pretty much took that away from him. And what Metro did is take the young rappers, the young men, the new generation, the people trying to get on, Metro Boomin was like, hey, I'm going to give my industry hand to millions of other unsigned artists and give them a free beat. And now he has a bunch of the young men disrespect him. So we got the young women looking at Drake as an old creepy guy, and you got the young men. The young women are looking at him as old and creepy, and young men are looking at him as just the old nigga that we got to take out to get on. It's pretty strategic. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna watch this too. It's like, oh, we bias. No, we're running narratives. We're running what we gonna run. These are the articles. These are things that I found. There's so much pro Drake, pro Kendrick narratives that have been surfacing, and we're just gonna cover them because when it comes down to Kendrick, I haven't seen a lot of these videos and deep dives made about what's going on with Kendrick and his home life. So really, we just got a lot more material on Drake than we even do with Kendrick. But we're gonna play this also because this has something to do about Drake and his affinity for young women. You know,
I gotta show y'all this shit, bro. First off, this like went on a date with an 18-year-old. It's a little creepy, but it's cool. She 18, whatever. It's weird, but it's legal. All right, bro. She was born in 2000, bro. Why the fuck is this flicked up with her in 2016, laying up on her, bro? And then as soon as she turned 18, they took her out on a date, bro. Dude, this shit blew my fucking mind when I seen this shit, bro. On God, this shit blew my fucking mind, bro. Like dead ass, bro. This Drake is pre-ordering bitches, bro. He's dead ass pre-ordering, bro. And this what, May 5th, 2016? Linked her a week after she turned 16. She basically freshly 16, bro. Like, God, like, what is this shit, bro? Bro, this shit, like, actually blew me when I seen this, bro. Is that your GOAT? That's the thing, bro. He's still, like, he is my GOAT, but I can't co-sign this, bro. Like, this is crazy.
now with stuff like that, right? And I'm gonna ask another question. Is it normal? Is something like that normal? If you met a 16-year-old and she at 18 and you shut restaurants down to take her out, think there's a word for that? Think they call it grooming? Hey, listen, I'm not saying he's what he's been accused of, but this is my point about the self-destruction of Drake's rise and fall. Forgetting who you are, turning into something you're not, giving people ammunition and actively, consciously pursuing young women, right? If this was a story about me, if this was a story about other people that you know that are not Drake and they had these tendencies, I don't think you would be trying to dismiss them as easy you're trying to dismiss Drake. I'm not saying that Drake is guilty of anything illegal, but what I'm saying is it's weird how he's getting a pass just because he's Drake on doing some abnormal things, you know? That's all I'm saying. We got to put our fandom down for a second and really view things for what they are. Like, I'm the biggest Michael Jackson fan you're going to find, but I do think there is responsibility that he had into not having young children, especially young boys, so close to him, knowing that that can be used to disrespect him. Oh, I'm sorry. This is another, they were wild.
Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho. OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way.
Like, Drake lost the internet, but like niggas is really going crazy on this nigga, bro. Like, what are we talking about, dog? What are we talking about, bro? Like, I never seen niggas lose the internet battle like this. You know, these are the numbers. Oh yeah, look at this freaky ass nigga. This nigga got a tattoo of some crazy. What is this?
Feel like I got some love, baby, let me love you. Show you what
this is why I love this caption. Freaky ass nigga, he is 69 guy. Like, we have turned Drake's shit into captions. Oh, and this is another one right here. This is another video. Now, I don't know if you guys clout
So I'm
chasing.
from Canada.
This is weird to say, and I will also be fair and preference this information that in Canada, the legal age of women is 16. So I'm not saying that you know, I think there should be a legal age everywhere. So if you are 16 and you're talking to somebody who's an adult, legally in Canada, that's okay. But does that mean that you're finding 14 and 15-year-olds attractive if you're dating 16-year-olds? I think 16 is too young, but hey, you know, and you know, hey, Nomadic Barber, I feel you, you know what I'm saying? But you know, these things are things that we're bringing up. These are people with track records. Your GOAT Drake has done this to himself and opened these doors for people to talk about him in this manner. And I'm gonna play this, right?
I'm from Canada, so obviously I wanted, you know, Drake to win. But if I'm being real with you, bro, growing up in high school, 16, 17, 18, having a crush on the baddest girl in your school, and then seeing her post at Drake's mansion every single time, seeing Drake in the follows, you don't know how demoralizing that is to a young teenage boy in Canada. So if I'm gonna be real, I've been waiting for this guy to downfall for a minute. I'm gonna still bump his music because that shit goes crazy. But this is for the younger generation. They don't have to deal with that bullshit no more. So I'm from Canada. So obviously I wanted, you know, Drake to win. But if I'm being real with you, bro, growing up in high school, 16, 17, 18, having a crush on the baddest girl in your school, and then seeing her post at Drake's mansion every single time, seeing Drake in the follows, you don't know how demoralizing that is to a young teenage boy in Canada. So if I'm gonna be real, I've been waiting for this guy to downfall for a minute. I'm gonna still bump his music because that shit goes crazy. But this is for the younger generation. They don't have to deal with that bullshit no more. So I'm from.
It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And another one, and this is what I'm saying, a lot of things we make fun of, but when we look back in the past, these things kind of make sense. And now they're saying this article came out saying that Rihanna and Kendrick Lamar are working on new music together. Might be another diss, man. We don't fucking know. That's just crazy. Let me refresh this because I know I just had this Joe Budden tweet. Fuck, where's this Joe Budden tweet at? All right, cool. Let me go back to my bookmarks and find this Joe Budden tweet because, like I said, we laugh at certain things, but there's a lot of truth in, you know. Let me see if I can send this. Let me see if I can fucking go to my page and go to my likes. Your likes are publicly visible. Of course they are. So where's the one I just liked? Damn it. Oh, fuck. All right. I'm trying to find this bookmark because it was a joke that was made on a Joe Budden podcast. See if I can bookmark it again before I continue with this. All right, for some reason I can't find the bookmark. It's crazy. Who is this random white lady? You know what I'm saying? Drake was. Yeah. Oh, and Bootsy said something. Never seen so many men. Let's see this Bootsy clip. Where's Bootsy at? Never seen so many men excited to see men tearing each other down through music. Shake my hand. Men are more excited than the women. I came to casino. Motherfucker leave his girl and ask me, Bootsy, what do you think going down? Drake or Kendrick? Like, nigga, that's what you talking about with a baddie? You know, I feel you, Bootsy, you know what I'm saying? But let's not act like you wasn't, you know, beefing when you wanted to beef with niggas. But maybe Bootsy's getting old and he's finding out a lot of stuff niggas is on is bullshit. Hey, hold on, this is crazy. It is no, they got the shit's crazy. They got the white boys. Oh, this is funny too. They got the white boys coming at this nigga. And it's funny. It was like Drake.
Wait a minute.
It was like Drake got accused of pedophilia and sex trafficking, and this was him on a Heart Part 6 at the end.
Wait a minute. I'm white. Wait a minute. I'm white.
That was pretty funny. I'm sorry. Because that's literally kind of what it sounded like at the end of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Where's the Red Table Talk? You know what I'm saying? Where's the Red Table Talk right now? This was Elliot Wilson last night talking academics.
I think that
really.
So I didn't hear the song that just came out. I actually am very disappointed in this song. I think that
really.
Yeah, I just think that like the problem I've had with Drake with this whole thing is that he refuses to view Kendrick as a worthy opponent. He still keeps little broing him like we're in the Club Paradise days. You know what I mean? I just don't think that's the right strategy. I say in the thing that he needs to, deliver bars and go at him. He had at the time before this record came out, he hadn't made he hadn't even made a record about Kendrick, direct to Kendrick yet. He's all about airing everyone out who's going against him. Obviously, there's a whole movement, and Metro orchestrated a lot of it, right? But I just think he has this thing with Kendrick, and it goes back to even when we did The Crown back in the day, where it's like he views Kanye as the measuring bar. He doesn't get why Kendrick is so big and why people love him so much and the type of music he makes and the success he has. He doesn't connect to it.
Well, isn't it like mutual? It doesn't feel like Kendrick. Like if I'm listening to Kendrick's
I think a lot of people don't like Drake, but they all respect him. You can't not respect the boy because of what he's done.
Do you think Kendrick respects him?
Huh?
Do you think Kendrick respects him? Because I'm listening to Kendrick.
I think he respects him. I think he does. I think, and I also don't buy the narrative when people always say, "Well, we just want the Drake that sings and not the Drake that raps." I think people love some of those AM/PM records too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate when they say that whole like, he needs to just sing type shit. I think that's bullshit. Also, I think that we hear Drake barring people up. Drake is a great rapper. Kendrick is a great rapper. So yeah, if Drake does a great AM/PM song, whatever the fuck, I think Kendrick acknowledges that that's a great record and enjoys it. I think a lot of some of Kendrick's content, like a Mr. Morale, To Pimp a Butterfly, I don't think Drake necessarily connects to it. I mean, this is all my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on. I'm sorry.
All right. So even Elliot Wilson, who people seem like, is paid and bought for Drake, he had to lay down his flag and put his integrity on the front lines. Like, hey, I wanted Drake to win, but hey, this nigga lost. It is what it is. Keep going down. I want to look at this too. Hey, no rapper jumped in to defend Drake. Perhaps he might not be as good as a person. People are happy to see him fall. I wanted to go to this part too, because a lot of people made a point about Drake and
all great.
Basically, is Drake losing or is Kendrick exposing Drake? Is it going to mess up business? Is Drake being the corporate mule for hip hop and entertainment? Is him losing the battle? Him getting hit with pedo charges? Is stuff like that damaging to the labels in the industry? Is there going to be a big white hand to come through and stop this, or put their big white corporate hand on Drake's shoulder and tell him he needs to stop because you're messing up the corporate machine? That is you. So let's go ahead and play with his religious brother Rosenberg have to say about what's really going down. I think Rosenberg kind of called it. We'll be talking about this on my pod later. Hit the like, share, subscribe button.
Great. Who said food for thought? And this is like what you're saying, Saif, but different.
Yeah.
He said food for thought. Don't be shocked if this beef ended with Drake's last drop. Not because he lost, which in my opinion he did, but
wait, who's saying my opinion? You're still quoting the football player?
Yes,
okay.
I'm still quoting this legendary football player. He said, but his corporate partners, Nike, NFL, NHL, are all probably getting nervous about the
Yes.
perception of the things
Yes.
being said, and that they could stick and be bad for their images.
1
The allegations
million
being made,
percent.
these allegations can transcend his fan base.
That's who wrote that. That's incredible, and you're not gonna tell me, but bro,
I'll put it this way though: he's an
People-
older legend. He's an '80s star. He's not a he's not someone who of his age I thought would be interested in this beef, but he was.
people have gotten dropped for less accusations.
Oh,
far
facts.
less. For
Far less.
maybe a rumor coming down the pipeline, these corporations will drop your ass. So
right,
Nike and all the shit Drake's a part of, they were like, I mean, I don't even think they have to say it. I think Drake's team's smart enough to go, we're about to fuck with the money.
And that's a point I kind of, agree on too. I don't think they've seen this battle get this ugly. I think they let Drake off the leash to see if he can take out the thorn in their side, which is Kendrick Lamar. And K-Dot won. The people won. We're getting beautiful black art from this battle. You know what I'm saying? That the creativity is through the roof. Salute to this artist. Peter Success, Love Era, Peter Miles. So Peter Miles, hopefully this is artwork. This is a beautiful piece of art. I'd love to purchase this one day. And this is another bozo. I'm sorry, Gilly to me is a bozo. I feel like who had the script and made him and put a gun in this is like a hostage video from Gilly. Gilly, if they're holding you hostage like Floyd in Dubai, please, sir, blink twice. Notice that this goofy ass bald head hot dog built nigga can't even look at the camera. This nigga built like a fucking hot dog, bro. Look at this nigga.
Shit over with, man. It's over with. Light skinned niggas won. They took that shit, man. Is that shit over with, man? That shit is over with. I ain't gonna lie. Kendrick came back. And then he came back again. I said, oh, he barbecued, baked, honey dipped, glazed, Old Bay seasoned the light skinned niggas. It's over. The light skinned niggas won, man. That shit over. It's over. It's over. Light skinned niggas won. Don't let these light skinned niggas do anything. Any fucking thing out here. Shit over with, man.
Like, come on, Gilly. Come on, Gilly. Come on, Gilly. Come on, bro. You can't play with people like that. This was a very I would post this, but it's probably gonna take back. But what Milagro was pretty much saying was kind of like the same thing I was kind of saying, was that like, even if you feel a certain type of way about Drake, regardless of if these rumors are true or false, Drake kind of set the stage for what's happening. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. You know what I'm saying? The Drake pedo conversation is very layered. Preface: I have him continue to advocate for one national age of consent. I have never agreed with the age of consent being under 18. Moving forward, Drake is a Canadian where the age of consent is 16. This is obviously going to change the way he navigates the world. He's been molded to think it's okay to be interested in a young lady that age. The young lady in the viral clip where Drake disgustingly kissed her and had her chest against his, who revealed she was 17 at the concert in Denver, where the age of consent is 17. Billie Eilish, Millie Bobby Brown, Bella Harris came out and denied any wrongdoing on his behalf and associated his behavior with the line of work they're in. So when y'all are calling Drake a pedo, where's the proof? We get on these high horses, but many things in this world need to change. How many of our great-grandparents, parents would go to jail for statutory R today based off their age difference? And my American Texan age of consent is 18. Mine, the nigga is a predator. Yeah. In her mind, he's a predator. I don't think there's any reason for an adult male to be engaging with children without the parent involved, kissing, rubbing against Nada. P.S. Just because no one has come forward yet doesn't mean there's victims don't exist. Drake, and this is what I'm trying to say. Drake just has to understand that he can deny pedophilia, but he can't deny his pattern. This is the point I always want to point out. He cannot deny his pattern, and that's where Kendrick got him. He brought the conversation out of the shadows. He will not be ignored. This is irreversible damage to Drake's brand. This is not going to take Drake out. Drake's not canceled. But when you have things like that people can play with, they're going to play with you on that. See what I'm saying? Like, what do we can't act like this nigga Drake. Like, I don't see track records like this about a lot of artists. But for some reason, this nigga got this shit. What's going on? What's going on with this nigga Drake, right? What's going on with this nigga Drake? You have reaction videos. And I want to read this Chuck D post right here. Move this over a little bit. As a grown-ass man for 40 years, I'm way familiar with the strip pole is in grown-ass carded club at night. But when they put the strip pole in the sandbox with drinks, how the fuck is that normal? At 25 years from, the strip club music being placed in the sandbox with the kids, they claim pedo on Drake and R. Kelly, and etc. But BET and Urban Radio delivered virtual pedophilia to 12 to 17-year-old demographics for 25 years since the Clinton-Powell Telecommunications Act of 1996. Hot 97 and Power 105 would brag about their 12 to 17-year-old demos, yet turn a deaf and blind ear to the delivery. How grown is grown anyway when someone is selling something accessible? Grown folks selling to kids is always behind baby formula. That is Chuck D of Public Enemy. You have to understand what he's saying when he says that inappropriate images and behaviors have been sold to the Black community by Black programming for years, as we see in the results of, what's going on in the last few days, even with the R. Kelly thing. I was very clear on the boundaries of culture long ago. I used to say art is art. No censorship except in public openness. Gangster rap was like dark liquor, hard liquor. Just because it was sitting there doesn't mean your narrow young ass can drink or handle it. Then the USA sold the kids like Kool-Aid without water. Public Enemy didn't have milkshake music either. It was fine wine, which took knowledge of what it was upon and acquired maturing taste. Couldn't guzzle it. Straight out drama street rap was like a 40, and we all knew what that did long term. Look around. Salute to Chuck D, because we have these conversations and narratives and these topics come up. We always got to go to the master teachers. We got to go to the originators. We got to go to the people who, laid down the foundation of what we built on. And when they speak on these things, they're really taking us back to the essence of what I was saying about the pro-Black conscious people, the niggas who know this information, the niggas who know things are programmed and placed onto us, the people that know that it's a bunch of stuff that is going to be psyops and pushed on us with the mind control, like the Clinton-Powell Act of 1996. The fact that BT is supposed to be a Black entertainment platform to educate Black people, but they're peddling the same degenerate behavior, acts, tactics, and tendencies that we see now today in the R. Kellys and the Drakes, in the blurred lines of age groups who are susceptible, Sexy Red dancing at high schools. We see so much pushed on the Black babies, and who's protecting the Black babies? It's like what Tupac said: the hate that you give. You know what I'm saying? Like you hate it and disregarded the youth and the children. Then when they grow up to be resenting adults and the exact reflection of your neglect, then you want to say the rap music is bad, the young people are bad. But these are the same young people that you neglected. These are the same young people that you sold to the wolves for monetary gain. And then when the chickens come home to roost, now you want to act like, oh, damn, these kids came out of nowhere. When these are the same kids you raised, the same kids that you put programming in and decided that this is what they're going to be pushed to, and this is what the result is going to be years later from now. When we have these culturally Black moments, we have to have these culturally Black conversations. You know what I'm saying? And I would really wish Nomadic Barber would, you know, come off the Abbey and, you know, maybe call in and have a discussion. But I understand how Drake fans are crashing out. I really do understand Drake fans are coping. Their boyfriend has been defeated. There no more booty clapping, no more twerking on the timeline. I know you guys' knees hurt and your coochies are sore, but get an ice pack and sit down with everybody else, okay? Like, let's just, niggas gotta take an L, right? And here, and you know what's so funny? Niggas who wanted Drake to win so bad kind of have to.
It's beige bias because everybody is beige bias.
Go to bald-headed Lesser Charge. Let's see what Lesser Charge has to say about this. You know, him and Drake, you know, may have some similarities. That's why, you know, he was Team Drake. But let's just go on what's going on.
It's beige bias because everybody in this room, everybody listening is smart enough to know if Drake really did that, that would have been his immediate response to Meet the Grams.
Maybe
no,
not.
It's no maybe not. If I fed you information and you took the bait and made a whole record and got this Alchemist beat and you going in and you got the picture up and all that, I'm recording me feeding whoever I fed that information to and putting all that out immediately. And it's not going to take me almost 2 days to reply to Meet the Grams and not like us.
Maybe.
And you see the biracial butterfly, DJ Envy, the waffle colored Negro trying to cape. And Charlemagne is really telling truth. Like, bro, if I planted this information, why did you hit me? If Drake planted information, why didn't he have a Meet the Grams for Meet the Grams? Why was Meet the Grams dropped on Drake as if that was a surprise track? You see what I'm saying? Like, that was definitely that whole narrative about the fake info that Drake, you know, stands tried with the internet, and Drake got on this last track and tried to run with. Nobody bought it for. That shit's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. And let's, once again, since we got Drake, listen, if we can beat Drake, we can beat anybody, right? Let's get these three bozos out the game while we're at it. We got to. And Joe Budden, the Skip Bayless of Drake haters, if Skip Bayless, what Skip Bayless is to LeBron, Joe Budden is to Drake. You can't convince me otherwise. Joe Budden just knows he has to let his foot off the gas enough to look objective in public spaces so his opinion can have the value it has. But Drake knows Joe don't like him, and Joe knows Drake don't like him. But Joe knows how to strategically lure Drake in close enough to kick his back in. Salute to a real hater, Joe Budden, coming from the Hall of Fame of haters. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's get it cracking.
Much. I just feel like too much is going on. Like, yesterday was a lot. Today, Drake sounds exhausted. It's like I'm exhausted. I feel. I don't blame him. I don't know what's going on. I want these niggas to stop. I'm over it now.
Well, if you're saying that, we're gonna start talking about a winner, right?
Well, we know the winner.
Do we?
All right, I'm not doing this with you right now.
Okay.
Who's the winner?
If
it ends right now.
If it ends right now, are we counting the lies or not?
Oh my God, yes.
I want to pause it right there because Ack is so Drake biased. Talking about, are we going to count the lot? Like, we don't know about lies. We don't know about this. We don't know about that. But what are we talking about, bro? Like, what are we talking about? Ack, who won the battle, man? Who won the battle?
We're counting all the lies. It's okay to lie. I think Kendrick might have been in the studio anyway. I think Drake is getting annoyed with having to go to a studio to answer to this bullshit.
He's probably in the embassy chilling. Like, the studio's probably in his room.
Yeah, that's true too. But he didn't sound happy that he had to go in a booth and address any of that shit.
Yeah, well, I think it was a subject matter had to address it.
I want the battle to end after Not Like Us. Like, what I learned today is I like Drake on offense and not defense. And this battle, for some reason, has put him on defense. And I don't love it. If there's no more tea and there's nothing really more to be said about the nigga, then it's like I told you last night. Rap and then head off into the sunset on a horse. Like, there's nothing more to say. There's nothing more to do. Like, the people that think Drake won already think Drake won. The people that got their mind made up on Kendrick, they already feel that way. We got some great music out of this shit. Kendrick gave us a dance bop. Like, but if he ain't gonna put one of them beats on and just go ham on this nigga, then I don't want to keep hearing Drake have to defend his legacy.
I want to hear that last part about what he just said.
The people that got their mind made up on Kendrick, they already feel that way. We got some great music out of this shit. Kendrick gave us a dance bop. Like, but if he ain't gonna put one of them beats on and just go ham on this nigga, then I don't want to keep hearing Drake have to defend his legacy.
Come on, man. Drake don't want it with K-Dot. First, it was drop. Now it's, damn, you got all these tracks. You can keep dropping them. I'm going home. Cooked, man. Come on. And we got to get Vlad out of here. He tried to get a black woman fired by telling him that he's not qualified for a conversation. Come on, man. Shit's crazy. Now listen to this. They're saying this nigga Drake been talking to young girls.
Drake don't like me, bro.
Why?
They fucks with the pagans.
Exactly.
So fuck Drake.
Fuck you, man. That don't mean you don't like.
Wassers are on you, bro.
That don't mean you don't like. You don't like.
My
you, though.
6 wassers are on you, bro. Who told you bad man don't dance, bro?
Exactly. Whoa.
Fuck the man them or something. So
that don't mean you don't like you though. Just keep done a song with certain man.
No. Man been DMing him off like it leaves me like seen like a chicken.
Does he follow you?
Yeah.
And he airs you.
Just these man seen like.
No.
I asked him post my album. I asked him, man, post my album. Don't post my album. But you just want to be there sucking dick.
Whoa,
you know
whoa.
That's even like. I even asked him for the beat. Alright, Bills. Man DM'd him, asked him for the beat. He aired, man. Man just done it anyway.
Bro.
You get me?
Well, he actually read it.
Seen. Says seen. Obviously, he might have someone that controls his thing, but he's definitely got like,
Drake's hands on.
He's definitely got the thing like messaging other people. You know what I'm saying? Messaging bare young girls in England.
Oh, we're due to smash him up.
Suit yourself out, me. Young girls in England. Messaging bare young girls in England. Messaging bare young girls in England.
Oh, we're due to smash him up.
Suit yourself out, me. He's definitely got the thing like
y'all catch that?
Other people, you know what I'm saying? Messaging bare young girls in England.
Oh, we're due to smash him up.
Suit yourself out, me. Yeah, but anyway, man, the stream's gone viral now, so well done.
Yeah, we can edit now still.
Exactly.
Yo, you got niggas from Canada, United States, United Kingdom. You got niggas in 3 different countries telling people, hey, man, something ain't smelling right. Something ain't right. We got people in 3 different countries. Listen, I don't see people in 3 different countries saying they seen Kendrick Lamar bicycle kick his wife. I don't see 3 people on 3. I don't even see 3 people saying they seen Kendrick Lamar, heard Kendrick Lamar put his girlfriend in the headlock. So I'm just rolling with what niggas is rolling with. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. What is this? High school pics. You was even bad then. Come on, man. What are we doing, Drake? Drake, basically, I never looked twice at Twitter. Entire threads, photographic evidence of Drake looking twice, 3 times, 4 times at multiple teenagers. Is this a thread? Hold on. Is niggas really get? Oh my God. Have we seen this? It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Just saying. Haley Baldwin. Rumors of Drake and Haley Baldwin, 19, began circulating while they were seen being very affectionate at his Memorial Day party 2016. She went to the party with Madison Beer, who was 17, shared this video. What are we doing? Hold on. You know, they were spot having dinner together at a restaurant next day. Reportedly went home together. 2:30 a.m. Drake was wearing a necklace, Haley's H necklace, on his way out. You know, these are, you know, hey, you know, this is what people want. This is what people, they came for the information. They came for information. We're doing an investigation. Okay. This is FBJ SVU. Okay. I need the theme music for Law and Order. Come on, man. Come on, man. Quit hanging out at the McDonald's. Fuck is wrong with this nigga? Hey, what's wrong with this nut ass nigga? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yes. Where's the Drake stands now? Are they still in here? Are they still in here? I'm just looking for the Drake stands who were talking. I'm just trying to see if they, you know, I'm just trying to find out. Are they still with us? Are the Drake sexuals still in the building? I'm just trying to find. During this time, Haley did an interview with E! Where she revealed she knew Drake for about 4 years, which means Drake met her when he was 25 and she was 15. They frequently spent time together while Haley was underage, even inviting her to his 28th birthday party while he was 17. This is the second girl that Drake knew underage at 14, 15 years old. And once they got 18, he started dating them, going home with them, was around these women, hugged up before they hit of age, was on stage with a 17-year-old, kissed her, said he liked her. All right, man. Where's that? I need that arcade. I don't know how to hog tie people. I don't know how to hog tie. Salute to Robert Kelly, man.
What is a secret you kept from your parents? When I was 16, I said that I was like going out with my sister and we were just like going out to dinner and we went to the Drake concert instead. They never found out for like years, and then my sister and I ended up telling them when we were older. What is a secret you kept from your parents? When I was 16,
With the snow. With the snow. See, this is why Drake is not black. Because as a black man, one thing your black ass family gonna tell you is this: keep your black ass hands around and from. Keep your black ass hands from the white women. Don't be in the same room as these white women. These white women will take you down. Oh, we breaking all this down. These white women are dry snitching. I'm just saying what's going on. Drizzy Drake, is there something you would like to tell us?
What is a secret you kept from your parents?
What's going on between Haley Baldwin and Drake? Well, according to the 19-year-old model, Drake is a great friend, but nothing more. Baldwin opened up about her friendship on the red carpet. He knew Drake about 4 years. Drake known a long time. I don't know if people really know that. Well, they didn't until you opened your big fat white mouth, lady. She didn't think nothing of it. She just thinks, hey, I'm just getting some clout off Drake's name. And Drake probably hit her up like, bitch, I'm about to go to jail fucking with you. We need to pipe down. We need to pipe down. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. going on right now. We're gonna continue to go down this timeline of sickos. This nigga is sicko mode, bro. Like he also attended Kylie Jenner's birthday party and captioned an Instagram photo with Ruby Rose, Phoebe Doll, and an 18-year-old Haley said, "You know, if I could somehow buy a house and say, I don't know, Jamaica, and then we all what?" Where's the Drake stands in here? We have launched an investigation. Look at this sicko, nasty man face. This is a nasty, freaky ass face. Freaky frog face ass nigga. What the? Come on, bro. With the white, come on. Ain't no black man doing this. Ain't no black man doing this. I'm sorry. This is like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. I'm not black, I'm Drake. Lusty ass picture. Freaky ass nigga. Freaky ass nigga. Come on, bro. You look very... Come on, man. What are we doing? This is Aubrey's Angels. This is cool. Is this what we doing? Let me be hugged with underage white women. Y'all calling the cops on me right now. Y'all is not holding FBJ down. Georgia Smith. Drake and Georgia were first linked in early 2017 after she performed on his tour and was later featured on More Life. She was 19 and he was 30 at the time. Reports started to surface. They were dating after Drake was seen at a store in her small hometown. What are we doing in here, dog? We're gonna go down. I just, we just want to, just acknowledge the people in the chat as we continue to break down this sicko. Hey, Georgia Smith is cute, beautiful sister. Come on, man. Come on, man. Sick face ass nigga. Another beautiful young lady. Drake, come on, man. But come on, Drake. Come on, bro. But you know what? I'm gonna be objective right now, and I'm gonna say this, right? Well, let's shoot Drake some bail. She was 19, so technically she was of age, but hey man, 19-year-old and you're 30, still kind of crazy, especially with your track record. The following year, he released Jaded and gave some details about the relationship. The lyrics describe a young woman using him and being left jaded. He addresses the age gap and says, You're old enough, but you're still a baby. What? What are we doing? Drake, what are we doing? If y'all got some time, listen to Jaded. Very, it's one of Drake's best songs until he starts getting in his R. Kelly bag. And that's why I'm always like, I don't know if I can recite these rhymes because I can't relate to what he says. How you even manage to keep straight faces and all the pictures that I've seen lately, Lord knows you still look amazing. That's besides the point that I'm making. You're way too opinionated. I have to force it to have to fake it. You had potential. I could have shaped it. You went and caved in. We could have waited. I wasn't rushing. Difference in ages. You're old enough. For what? But you're still a baby. You're old enough, but you're still a baby. You share stories where you did amazing, things to be loyal, things to be patient. That was before me. I must have changed it. Shifted your voters. Lynn's looking jaded. You're old enough, but you're still a baby. My nigga, what the fuck? Where was Chubbs? Who was in the studio with this nigga when he was saying this stuff? Somebody should have been like, hey, nigga. Here we come to 13-year-old Millie Bobby Brown. First met at his concert in Australia. They both share photos together and meet social media. Millie Bobby Brown posts this photo a week later, crediting Drake for taking the photo. Come on, Drake. Isn't there a little black boy on that show? Why didn't he take the little black kid under his arms and be like, hey, little nigga, I'm gonna mentor you. I'm your OG. I'm gonna show you how to move. Why we pick the little white girl to just be buddy buddy with. 2 months later, during a Golden Globes after party, Drake and Millie posed for pictures. Millie captioned it with a post with Drake, blessed to have my security be my plus one at the Netflix party. Why are you around these girls? What are we doing? Spent the whole night together at the party. Golden Globes after party. It appears that in a strange, pun intended, turn of events, Drizzy, who is executive producer of Netflix series Top Boy, spent the entire Netflix Golden Globe after party on Sunday night hanging out with 13-year-old Hollywood newcomer and her band of monster slaying buddies at the Bash, which was held at the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills. ET can report. An eyewitness spot the Canadian rapper and the British actress hanging out said duo was inseparable all night and that they were clearly buddies. Despite the odd pairing, the insider told E! News the two had a lengthy, in-depth conversations by themselves. And many times throughout the night, it was just the two of them talking in the corner. Drake stands, are you with me? Aubrey's Angels, are we still in the building? Throw one in the chat. Throw an owl in the chat if we still have some Aubrey's Angels in the building. I know this, this isn't what you want to see. I know this is not who you wanted him to be. But, let's really look at what's going on. Okay, we have 88 people on Twitter. We have 132 people total tapped in. Salute the live chat, please. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. Yes, this nigga Drake is cooked like Canadian bacon. At the SAG Awards same month, Millie was asked about her new friendship with Drake. In an interview, she says, Drake is my man. Drake is my man. And shares how exciting it was to meet him. Drake also wished her a happy 14th birthday. Yo, how much conversation can I have with a 14, 13-year-old? I don't fucking know. And I wouldn't really want to have one at all. So, let me read this. But her affinity for dancing just is limited to her red carpet promoted by a photo she took in November. Millie also talked about her love for noted dad dancer Drake. Drake is my man, she said. I love Drake. He's amazing. As far as she's managed to snap a pic with the rapper, it turns out he'd invite her to his show. This moment was amazing. I was in the dressing room, my whole family. I was just like, want to say hi. He's like, oh my God. He was having a fanboy moment. I was having a fangirl moment and a Drake moment. Happy birthday, Mills. Big love for life. Why are we shouting out children, man? Millie posts photo wearing Scorpio merch that Drake sent to her months later. Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like Magic City parking lot. Teenage Fever. His words, not yours. In this cover story for W Magazine, she goes in more detail about how exactly she met Drake and says in an interview that she went out to dinner with him after his concert in November and they text all the time. Pause.
Drake? He wants to see me? And I was like, okay, we're going. So I got my outfit prepared. I went there and he was such a fanboy and I was such a fangirl that and honestly, we text all the time now. He helps me with everything, just life lessons. He's amazing. He's a great human being. And we went to dinner afterwards and we had dinner the next day and then we met in Sydney. Drake? He wants to see me.
All right. So before we continue with kicking niggas' backs in, like real haters do, I want to bring in my sister. I want to bring in my collaborate with the fly nigga background. Killer!
Big killing nigga, what's happening, brother?
I didn't know if he was gonna show up to the funeral, dog. We had a seat reserved for you, and
I was outside. I was shaking and moving. I was in and out. I was holding you down, but I ain't with the shit. I'm letting you do what you do. You believe the shit you kicking? Who am I to say that you are a liar?
Hey, we are.
Your feet stinking. You don't believe in Jesus.
hey, you know, we're just really breaking down the information that was presented to us as a you know, founding member of the Real Nigga Network. We gotta see, you know, what the fuck is this? And this is real nigga behavior. According to me, the chat, you know, this is really not too much of real nigga behavior. You know, you can, and I want to bring you in. You hopped in. Thank you for tapping in. It's a lot of scared OVO Drake sexuals who are really afraid to tap in and call in. I don't know where you stand on this, but I would love to hear whatever you think and want to say. I want to hear it. I can't wait for your opinion, and let's go.
You know what I'm saying. I ain't got much to say. Drake is the GOAT. You that nigga when it take the whole industry trying to clip you. You feel me? So that's just what it is. Team Drake. I mean, you I don't want to argue with you. You know I love you so much.
We're not arguing. We don't have to argue. We're not arguing. You know we're not arguing. We and you not gonna argue in front of these niggas. We may argue on the phone, but we're not gonna argue in front of these niggas, especially when it's something that.
Okay, so you mean to tell me after this last drop, you still rolling with Kendrick?
Absolutely.
Never mind the fact that all of the information was fed from Drake himself.
We earlier in the show, we kind of disproved that the information wasn't fed to Drake based off of how Drake moved off of that Meet the Grams record. Even some of the lyrics he said in that Heart Part 6, where he called niggas a dummy, and then a few bars later, called the niggas who gave him the information a dummy, and then a few bars later is like, yeah, it was me. Nigga, wait a minute. Like, why you
yeah.
You had a Maybach in your video. This nigga Kendrick had.
Till it was groomed by Trey Serene. Y'all niggas is crazy. Shout out to my pops though. You know how to fuck. I'm coming about him. Period. Hit that like button to beat it. Shout out to Star. Check him out on the Star Report. Yeah, keep sucking his nuts. Heavy Gleek sauce, bitch. Heavy Gleek sauce.
Yo, and then with the and then when he made the thing, he's like, only nigga that can't sleep is J. Cole, right? And in the picture, there was sleeping medication. Like,
can we talk about that for a second?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
I don't think you broke down what your stance was regarding J. Cole to me.
Oh, about him bowing out in the battle? Or J. Cole? Are you talking about J. Cole, the sleeping thing, when Drake said in the Meet the Family verse, he was like, the only nigga losing sleep is J. Cole. And then there was sleeping meds in the picture of the Meet the Grams 15 minutes later. Like, some of the bars that was referenced in Meet the Family was on the picture of Meet the Grams.
So you feel like lyrically Kendrick washed Drake?
Lyrically, did he wash Drake? I don't think he washed Drake, but I think he won the battle lyrically. Because when I say wash Drake, would be saying none of the songs Drake dropped were good songs. Saying he washed Drake was saying that the effort Drake put forth, I don't view as quality or I don't think was good. I can't say that. That's why I don't think Kendrick Lamar washed Drake. I love the effort Drake put in. I like every song but 2 that Drake put out. About 6 songs, 4 out of 6 I liked. Drake put up a good fight that he would be able to beat most, if not anybody. But because you went up against a real nigga like Kendrick, all the gimmicks, the antics, the little bros, the lazy songs, all that shit didn't matter because you're not battling a nigga you can go get salacious information on. You're not battling a nigga who lives a rapper's lifestyle. You're trying to bring up false information. That
can I be real when I say when I really overthink this battle is mad gay to me?
Absolutely.
I think I'm biased because I'm from New York and I come from a different type of era when niggas was really battling, right? And shit was turning into street shit, right? All that, a lot of the things that they're talking, the topics that they picking to dig on, like Pause and O Diddy, it's gay. It's all gay. Kendrick accusing Drake of doing everything that he did, it's gay.
What do you mean by that? I need more context. I need more context. I'm just trying to.
Kendrick told Drake that he was wasting his time paying for information about him, and it was coming up short because he lived a boring life. But he did the same thing.
Yeah, but what Drake is saying, what Kendrick I think is saying is, the people who gave me information on you was accurate according to how these battles played out. The information Kendrick was the information that Drake was getting from Kendrick sound like stuff you heard on your album. Like your big thing was, oh, I'm gonna say you got sexually violent, you got essayed as a kid, based off of his album and the song "Mother I Sober." Just for if you listen to the song, he said that happened to his mom and she was overprotective of him, and his mom got assaulted, not him. So the whole 5 minutes of people running around saying, "Oh, Kendrick got touched on," wasn't even true. And if you had moles, if you had rats in the camp, why would you try to reference something off the album and misreferenced it? You know what I'm saying? Why would you talk about Dave Free or his wife's situation?
What is going on with your signal? Check your Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Hold on. All right, are we back on? Let me make sure. Let me make sure. If you can see us, please put the 1 in the chat. If you can see me, put a 1 in the chat. All right, give me a second. This should be coming up. All right, we back in the building? Are we back in the building? Okay, you guys can see me. Is Killer, you on the mic? Is Killer up on here so we continue this conversation? Because I'm gonna sign. I mean, I gotta slide in a second, but let me see. Let me see if Killer's talking. Am I still stuck? Is the Wi-Fi work? Are we in here? Is Killer back? All right, Killer, you back?
No, I'm not.
So, yeah, well, we can see you now. I think it's just buffering.
Oh, you
right
can
now.
see me now?
I can see you, but it looks like we're buffering on
I'm watching.
Are we still buffering?
Black McBain, shut up if I smack you in real life, little nigga.
Hey, McBain is
You know what
always
the fuck going on. I know, and he know I'll clip him until tomorrow. So keep it cute or keep it mute, nigga. Now talking about this big killer. I'm with all the smoke. Y'all don't know who my pops is? I will get y'all the fuck out of here.
All right, bet. So what were you saying again? Because I think we're back on.
What I was saying was Kendrick and Drake, if we overthink the battle, it's gay.
Right.
I mean, if you want to keep it on a lyrical, typical shit. That?
Yeah, and the reason why I disagree with you is because hip hop beef has always been about, especially even battle rap, is always about getting information on the op and exposing them. So why in this case?
Are we on? What's happening?
Yeah, but why in this case do we view?
Well, your service is nervous.
Yeah,
They ain't my Wi-Fi, bitch.
Yeah,
it's not my Wi-Fi, little bitch.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to the situation, especially with when it comes down to Drake, I don't really in this Kendrick
What
beef.
the fuck? I don't know what the fuck.
Are you still there? Yeah, even when it comes down to this hip hop beef, I don't think that we can look at this being too gossipy or people talk about, oh, this is messy, this and that. And the main reason why I say that, because this is how this hip hop beef is gonna go. Like this is how this shit's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? This is people get information on each other. This isn't a battle about who's the best lyricist. This is like the battle the battle of like, okay, who's exposing who's gonna make who look crazy. That's what this shit's been about the whole time. That's what usually hip hop beefs are about. Like that's like when Tupac came on, hit him up and said, "That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker." That's like people coming back and saying, "Oh, he was dropping T." You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I'm not gonna say dude was dropping T just because he said you fat motherfucker, so I fucked your bitch. Nigga, when Nas said, when Nas said it was 88, you was calling my phone trying to run numbers, or when Jay-Z said, "Oh, we had condoms in your baby seat," nobody sat around and was saying, "Oh, this is gossip. Oh, this is messy." Niggas was like, "Oh, this is dope. This is fire." Niggas is talking about niggas. People hyped it up. So sometimes I feel like we pick and choose in these battles of like what's palatable, what we view as tough, what we view as something that's acceptable. And I just feel like it's a lot of goalpost moving sometimes. It's and I it's like, bro, but they both did it. I think people aren't saying it's really lame. I just think this has been drawn out, and a lot of people spend more time defending these rumors than actually listen to the music. I really think when it comes down to the music, Kendrick won. When it comes down to the things that Kendrick and Drake said about each other, people had to go back and research and see what these things meant and who was right, who was wrong. And when it comes down to it, it looks like a lot of the claims Drake made about Kendrick have been disproven by people around Kendrick's team, people that were accused or Kendrick was accused of abusing or being around. They pretty much came out and said that was a lie. But when it comes down to Drake, not only do we have a digital footprint of his actions, not only do we have some of these young ladies speaking on and confirming, and we have written articles about it. You know, we know he had surgery. Like some of these things aren't rumors. Some of these things are stories and articles and things that people have already put into publication about Drake long before this battle. So when this battle happened, all these things resurfaced. These aren't really rumors. These are confirmed stories that you are allowing, the ops to play with. You know, you sold your house. We haven't seen you and your wife speaking to Kendrick Lamar. Oh, where'd you and Whitney? It's cool for Drake play on that, but when niggas is like, "Where's them kids you've been around?" Niggas is taking it too far. I just don't understand the hypocrisy when it's somebody that you like is getting put to the fire. But back to this Millie Bobby Brown of Drake talking to this girl in the corner all day. That was fucking weird. But yeah, in September 2018, Millie revealed even more details about her relationship with Drake during an Emmy interview at the awards. She shared that Drake texts her, "I missed you so much," and gives her boy advice. She says he's coming from Atlanta soon and that she's going to see him. Very creepy behavior.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. We just text each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
You and Drake, that's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
That stays in the text messages.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic. And yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
That stays in the text messages.
What's his advice with boys?
I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
That stays in the text messages. Wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
That stays in the text messages.
My nigga, like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, what are we talking about? Why do we have Drake sexuals in here, like, totally disregarding all this information and want to talk about how they don't like the fact that niggas was giving out too much tea? Was it the fact that niggas was giving out too much tea, or was it the fact that niggas are exposing degenerate, oddball, predatory behavior by one of the biggest artists in the music industry? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is insane. This is Hollywood, Last Dragon. This is Hollywood. This is what is being bought and sold to the youth. Same thing they talked about how BT, pretty much sex was being sold to the kids, how pretty much they blurred the line and not protecting the babies. Some chick, Charlotte Delasio and Madison Beer, I think they went viral like on TikTok a few years ago. In 2018, The Guardian put out an article where it detailed how Charlotte Delasio became an Instagram sensation. Her mother explained in the article about a story about Drake, 31, FaceTiming Charlotte, 18, and Madison at 18. Why are you FaceTiming 18-year-olds? Like, what the fuck? I'm not even going to read all of this. I'm just skimming through it. I'm just going to find the part with Drake. They were in the back of the car chatting away, checking on social, and to say they were in Toronto just like normal teenagers. And suddenly Madison was like, oh, God, Drake is FaceTiming us. Should I answer? Before it drove on to her daughter and her friend chatting away in the backseat, one of the biggest hip-hop stars on the planet. She felt the world as she knew it was shifting under the wheels of her car. Okay, I thought she was hanging out with Drake. Guess for real. Why are you hanging out with a bunch of kids? 18-year-olds. This one. 18-year-old Bella Harris shared a photo with 31-year-old Drake while she was backstage his concert, which sparked romance rumors. Caption, no place I'd rather be. Like, what are we doing? Freaky frog. Freaky ass nigga. With these kids. What are we doing? Like, this isn't about if you like the nigga or not. This nigga's a stone cold freak. He is a 60. Why get away from the kids, man? This isn't a pod about being a fan of somebody. It's a pod about having integrity and protecting the kids, bro. Not normalizing sicko mode behavior. Drake reportedly shut down a restaurant, private dinner for her in September. He met her in 2016. She was 16 years old. Or maybe sometime earlier. 16 years old. Look at the freaky face on this frog. Come on, bro. She looks like an innocent kid taking a picture. It looks like a big deviant with demon time and lust on his mind. Somebody throw this nigga in the horny house and the freaky jail. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Get this sicko mode nigga away from the kids, bro. Thank you. The receipts are receiving. I didn't have to be leaked from anyone's camp. Millie said it. That's what I'm saying. This ain't no tinfoil koofy conspiracy theory fucking episode. I'm going straight to the sources. The girls are telling on themselves. The fuck? Wishing Drake a happy birthday when she was 16 in an OVO sweater. Man, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this, bro? Who is this young lady? Sydney Christine. Who is this young lady, right? Sydney Christine, who produced Money in the Grave, said in an interview that Drake had been following her Instagram for 6 years at the time of the interview. She was 22, which means Drake followed her. She was 16. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And let's listen to another sicko mode episode by Drizzler. Drizzler. P. Drizzy.
How did it come about? Okay, so, like I told you, like the past 2 years, I've really been taking producing serious. So 2 years ago, Wise took it serious. The first person and really the only artist I reached out to was Drake. I never met him, never spoke to him. I don't know why he's been following me for the past 6 years. I don't know why, but
I'm sure we all can figure out. We all know why.
Yeah.
Can we pause this whole show right now? Like, do you hear? Did you see the look on her face when she said that? Did you see the look on her face when she said that? And do you hear everybody's collective responses?
reached out to was Drake. I never met him, like, never spoke to him. I don't know why he's been following me for the past, like, 6 years. I don't know why, but
I'm sure we all can figure out. We all know why.
yeah, I've never spoken to him, so like, let me just reach out, like, send him some beats. And then he was for it. He was like, all right, dope, send me some. Nothing happened. So then fast forward to this past Grammys. I ran into him. He was at the event. I wasn't even gonna go to this event. I'm not even the type to go out. I'm not really like that. So he come up to me. He was like, yo, you still make beats? I was like, yeah, but I was modeling. So I was like, yeah, I kind of do both. Been balancing out, you know, learning. He was like, all right, send me some. I sent him like 10 pack. And then, yeah, like a couple days later, he sent back Money in the Grave. But I didn't think it was gonna come out. Like, I thought he was just being nice or whatever, giving me inspiration. And then it came out a couple months later. So, yeah.
Was that the first time you had ever met him in person?
Yeah, that's the first time I ever met Drake.
Wow. Shout out to Instagram for him following you 6 years ago for the reason we all know.
That's how it goes. Come on, man. Following a girl when she was 16. And look at this. Listen to this.
Okay, so the
Same
Drake
girl.
You met him. Well, when did you first meet him?
So I played basketball, right? So he really was a fan of supported one of my teammates at the time. And
this is when you're in high school?
Yeah, in high school. So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball. I was her teammate. So he followed me because of her. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, you got Drake to follow me? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
Oh my God.
He followed me and I lost it. I'm like, I have to meet Drake. Like, I love Drake. I've always loved Drake, still love Drake.
Okay, so the Drake thing. You met him. Well, when did you first meet him?
So I played basketball, right? So he really was a fan of supported one of my teammates at the time. And
this is when you're in high school?
Yeah, in high school. So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball. So he was a fan of women's basketball.
Cool.
Yeah, in high school. So he was a fan of women's basketball.
How are you a fan of girl high school basketball? Like, well, who's a fan of high school basketball by girls? I don't understand that shit. Kylie Jenner, Drake and Kylie reportedly casually dating after her breaking up with Travis Scott. She was 22, he was 33. You know what I'm saying? 6 years earlier, Drake performed at Kylie's 16th birthday party when he was 27. Kylie shared a photo, a photo, Drake kissing her on the cheek. Kissing 16-year-olds, man. This isn't doctored. This isn't no tinfoil kufi. These are real pictures.
I got 99 problems getting rich anymore.
Hey, man. Spending time together romantically. She was 22, but you're out here giving her kisses on the cheek. She was 16. Come on, man. It's the bride and the groom. Like I said before, man, I love Drake's music. I feel like he makes awesome songs. But when we separate the music from the artist, we realize that some of the music is of the artist. And with that said, I think this is appropriate right now. This is the only appropriate response I got for what we just watched for the last 2.5 hours. Ashe, salute to the FBAs.
69 God, freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho. OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we like 69 God? Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69.
Like, I mean, damn, nigga. Damn, nigga. Drake, you did this to yourself, man. And what label was he signed to?
In about 3 years, holla at me, Miley Cyrus. In about 3 years, holla at me, Miley Cyrus.
Come on, bro. Look at the people who brought him in the game. Look at these people.
Pedophile. You guys like Drake? I love Drake, man. I loved Drake for so long. Like, I had these long, inspiring dreams to be the sole writer, producer, director of Drake the musical. They're gonna be running through the six with
Let me wait till this nigga know that I'm backstage.
He's gonna be in a wheelchair as wheelchair Jimmy, and is he transit?
Okay.
Yeah! And as he
We on.
transitions from acting
Okay, we
to
on.
rapping, he's gonna start walking because it was God's plan. Okay? Tony's is what I'm saying. No one's following me with that one. No one saw Drake's most recent album art with all the pregnant emojis and thought that's ironic.
Brother, we live on my show too.
Too young to impregnate. No one thought that. No one knows where I'm going with this. Do you guys not read Deep Google? Get on Deep Google. Drake is known for renting out like 5-star restaurants completely out and then taking that little girl, Millie Bobby Brown, 11 from Stranger Things, out on solo dates. Yeah, dude, he's preying on Billie Eilish. Drake is a pedophile, right? Right? Look at her mouth. She's making the mouth that Billie Eilish made in that hotel room. No, it's true. I just like to imagine that Millie Bobby Brown comes up to that restaurant and Drake is just like, "Hi, I'm Drake," and Millie's just like, "Hi, I'm Millie," and he's like, "Oh, I thought you were 11," and she's like, "Oh no, I play 11." He's like, "Yeah, close enough. Get in here." Yeah. It's up. Like, on his latest album, he's like talking about how he's Michael Jackson and shit, and I'm like, "Oh, honey, Drake, though, but you can't sing, you can't dance. Must be you doing stuff." You know what I mean? It's up. Now I got to rethink the musical. Now it's become a completely different production. Now that
Who the fuck is this bitch? She annoying me.
What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm doing teens. I'm doing teens. Billie Eilish, 5, 6, 7. I gotta write in the scene where Drake takes Millie up to his hotel room for some mentorship. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get in the song where he's like trying to flirt with a teenager at their level, like, "I'm too sexy for my shirt. Ooh, too sexy for my shirt. Ooh, sexy Disney Channel. Is this working?" And then Billie Eilish is just staring at him like, "I think you're a bad guy."
And just like with, niggas was, and it's not even to say if this joke is funny. What I'm trying to point out is this thing isn't breaking news. This thing isn't something that, Hotep Twitter and the conspiracy theorists have been bringing up. When you have a voice as loud as Drake, it can silence a lot of people in a lot of platforms that are trying to point these things out. You know what I'm saying?
So now we running with he a pedophile all of a sudden? All of a sudden Drake is a pedo. All of a sudden.
We are investigating the things that have hit. And this meet the Grams. Hold on, meet the Grams.
There is something that I want to
This is Drake's dad speaking on the Me Too movement.
say to these young ladies that allow themselves to go and be with a man in their rooms or whatever. Stop going to the hotels. Same with Bill Cosby. Stop going to their rooms. You don't have to be in their room. Take your ass home.
So it's like there are the two sides to blame, or is it?
No, there's not two sides to blame. You take your ass home. Don't go into a man's room. Don't go where a man is.
Now pause it.
A man is going to have anything to do with raping you or anything else. Take your ass home.
Killer.
Jay.
It's popping.
Jay. But is he wrong? Because Papa had his same stance. Is he wrong though?
About women taking their ass home?
Take your ass home. home. You know you not going back to nobody hotel room to motherfucking play goddamn checkers, bitch. Like, you know. What you doing? What you doing? And it's not to say that anything that's ever happened to a woman, it's okay for them to have been violated just because they went. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you have to know that you're going there to have sexual activities, right? You are going there to engage in some sort of something. You ain't going there for a nightcap. What's a nightcap going to lead to?
Listen, I do think there's culpability on both sides, but
yes, both sides.
But I do think as a grown, I mean, I'm gonna say this too. A lot of niggas from older generations, especially around the Me Too era, they weren't really gonna say the right political thing.
They're not, because they don't know how to articulate it.
Hey, tell this Steve Harvey suit wearing nigga, this coochie lip mustache wearing ass nigga, to go back playing the drums. Making some
Drake Pops is nasty though. You could tell he one of them nasty niggas. Oh, he's nasty work.
69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho. Then step this way. Step that way. Then step this way. Step.
Hey. Nah, I seen they getting shit lit in LA. Everybody crip walking to that Kendrick. Them Crips is happy. They got something to crip walk to. Everybody crip walking.
Oh, we got another video. Hey, this is the nigga you're defending, right? This freaky fraud.
Freaky fraud. What the fuck is this really about? Y'all gonna really wait a minute? Hold on. Here's the thing. First of all, is that really him? Because he's playing a character? No. Y'all bringing Degrassi in this? Like, mind you, the clips been still out there. It's not like none of this shit is new. Y'all been new that the nigga shot this freaky footage. Y'all knew he been shot this freaky
like Degrassi. It's like a low budget freak off short film filmed on a damn Palm Pilot. Where's
not a Palm Pilot.
How much they paid this nigga to do this? A bucket of chicken fingers with no goddamn condiments?
I don't even understand where these clips are coming from.
This was like a low budget Pussy Boy documentary shot on a pager. Look at his face. Freak bull. Freaky frog. What are we doing?
Nah, I need to know where this shit is from, beloved. Where is that from?
It's getting darker, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Dark as fuck. Where's this from, brother? Where's this from?
Hey, it's getting darker. Just hold on. Before we hold on. I need the big screen.
Listening to what Kendrick said about Weinstein, about some app network that's like Tinder, basically a sex trafficking app or something. Why would Kendrick bring up Drake's daughter? Love is eternity, right? There's a picture of what is supposed to be Drake's daughter. Go to this girl's Instagram. The link in the bio, click more. In an agency, EEA or EAA, child agency. Click that. And when you look at it and you visually assess what I just saw, just tell me, please, and I'm serious. Tell me, does something feel off about that? Immediately. Don't click on no pictures. Just go to this girl's, go to that link. Click it. Don't click the pictures. Just scroll and tell me your That thing in your body where you know something's wrong, tell me if that shit goes off. Please tell me. Because I'm under the impression that Kendrick just not only erased Drake, but I also think he somewhat sounded the alarm for what could possibly be highlighting a person who may be into some shit involving little kids.
And this is the website.
Who the fuck is this weirdo? Who is this weirdo?
The page that little girl came.
What little girl, Jay?
The one that Drake's team says that they planted as fake evidence. They did some deep diving on, and it looks like some type of people who find it difficult to catch on.
Cheap goods, and they changed the names exactly like you're seeing here. Same cabinet, different name, different price. How's that possible? Euritha's storage cabinet. Euritha is also someone, as she does, 16-year-old girl who went missing on June 10th, 2020.
And others chimed in.
It can get deeper. I want to save that for the next episode when we dive deeper into the rabbit hole that is the 69 guy, freaky ass nigga. What do you got to say? Because we've been
y'all going way too far with this shit, beloved. This is getting nasty. Oh, this is getting fucking nasty. You know, I did a story about those barrels and the whole link to Amazon and
niggas said they want live streams. Niggas said they want content. We coming with the content. We coming with what's being investigated.
Yeah, this is nasty work, beloved.
Yeah,
I don't want no parts of this shit.
Yeah,
y'all want the nigga going that bad? God damn.
Hey, if you're scared, go to church.
Get the fuck out of here, because if the shit was really true, these niggas ain't sound no alarm till Kendrick is in a rap battle with the nigga. Like,
listen, we are presenting things that have been presenting to us, and we are dissecting them and having a conversation about these things.
But I have to be honest, I'm disappointed in you, but go off for the sake of content, nigga.
Nah, listen, you have your stance, I have my stance. My stance is that when I see these things floating on the web, but it's not on the dark web, it's not on some alternate page, but this is common information, this is easily accessible. Where there's smoke, there's fire. When it was years ago when niggas had certain allegations about Diddy's and some of these other people like Russell Simmons, and everybody was like, oh, you 10-4 Koofy niggas is crazy. Ain't no way this can happen. And then all this comes and rolls out. Then the same people that said the people who were accusing Diddy were just crazy Illuminati fans. Turns out that they called it years ago. Same thing with this Drake thing. I'm not saying he did this. I'm not saying he didn't. But what I'm saying is, why is there such an egregious track record of
okay? So the clip that you're playing in regards to that very, very plausible clip that you played, right? Mm-hmm. Where is it from? You said it isn't from Degrassi. So where exactly is the footage from?
I have yet to find out where it's from. I've been looking to see the origins of it. I'm still trying to find somebody, one of these Drake stands, to tell us where the hell this comes from.
Oh, this is nasty work. Oh, I feel it in my soul.
Nobody has been able to.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm damn near about to shed tears right now, nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit's getting real, and we need answers. I keep going back to the clip. I'm going back to where does this originate from? And nobody nowhere on any source or page can tell me what this low budget camcorder video is even coming from. But you got niggas who's doing stuff like that, and and we get to
But again, it's very nasty work for everybody to already be privy to this information, and the only time we become privy to it is because Kendrick is in the middle of a bed. Nigga, you knew about this. Everybody apparently knew.
Yeah, and as niggas know, I've been one of the biggest Drake haters this whole time. I've been one of the niggas who've been trying to point some of this stuff out for a minute.
Well, what stuff? Let's be.
Niggas know me. The video, the 17-year-old, that's not new. The Hailey Bieber thing, that's not new.
You do know that 17-year-old has come out and given a statement now.
She said, "Hey, my dad brought me here. I don't think nothing."
And who did the picking of her going up there?
They said, "Can you turn your mic down a little bit?"
Who did that? No, turn your goddamn devices down, because your audience be trying me, and you don't be checking them niggas enough. Tell them I'll clip them. They play with me. They be getting a little.
What star be telling you on?
My gang don't play. I don't care what Pop say. I don't pay attention to his chat, but I pay attention to yours.
They said turn the mic down. That's all they said.
Tell them motherfuckers to say please. The fuck.
Some of these niggas is fucking with you. Some of these niggas like it. They just.
I know a lot of them fuck with me. But my motto. The real can relate, the fake gonna hate. But look, let's get back to this conversation, because I'm really interested into how you feel about that perspective. Everybody was privy to the information, and the only time this shit is going viral or being put on blast is because they're in the middle of a rap battle, which tells me if they weren't, y'all would still be sitting on this information and doing nothing with it.
So you're saying that it doesn't matter if it's true or not. The people who are now presenting it are wrong because of the time that they decided to present this?
I'm not saying it don't matter if it's not true or not. What I'm saying is them niggas is just as nasty as Drake is, because they weren't putting it on blast prior to the battle.
Some of these people were putting on blast prior to the battle. Like the white girl who fucking did the joke. That was in 2019. Some of these articles are from 2019, 2018, 2020. Some of these things, most of these things have been said. A lot of the people who are seeing this stuff, including me, like the 18-year-old little black girl that he knew she was 16. That was a story when it happened. A lot of these things were stories, were topics that people brought up, and they were.
How old was Drake with the 17-year-old? How old was he?
He was. I think I want to say like 23.
22?
What 20? What do we mean 22 and 17? What are we saying? I don't think a 22-year-old should be talking to a 17-year-old, but that's I'm not really.
I don't think they were talking. He was performing. The parents were there. Somewhere that 17-year-old is fucking legal to get fucked. So
kissed her all over the face. I don't.
Again, somewhere 17-year-old that is the age where they are legally able to get. Period.
So we have a track record of not only that, but other things that he's done, knowing that he has dated girls at the strike of 18.
This is nasty work. Oh, you niggas are nasty. All of these niggas who was riding Drake's nuts musically.
It's shine time. It's shine time. Thank you. What she said. This has been put on behind the scenes. This has been this isn't anything that we've been hidden. Like niggas have known it. People like me, we've talked about it. Just the news cycle.
Shout out to The Last Dragon.
And what I'm saying is this. When it comes down to Drake, when we have known documentation that you knew some of these women at age 14, 15, 16, this is when you met them. You invited them to parties. You had very close, intimate pictures with these women. Then the minute they hit 18, you start to romantically date them. Everywhere else, we would call that grooming, allegedly, right? That's like a definition of grooming. But when it comes to Drake doing these same things, why are we moving the goalpost? When I'm not saying that he is the P word, all I'm doing is putting forward a track record of behaviors that have been documented by mainstream publications, small-time bloggers and vloggers, alternate media. This isn't something that some weird wacko nigga on TikTok been trying to put the Matrix puzzle together. these are things that are readily available on the internet. That's so with the things that we got available, and when you want to get to a rap battle or beef, and everybody is digging in everybody's past and trying to find tea, information, and drama, and we go to digging Drake's bag of BS, and this is what we pull out. Is that our fault for finding it, or is it his fault for doing it? That's why the title is The Self-Destruction of Drake's Rise and Fall.
I ain't gonna hold you. I really personally feel like, you know, none of this shit is true, and niggas' arms are probably extremely sore, if not broken, from reaching.
In what context?
I don't think any of those pedo allegations apply to him at all.
So you're saying that he never dated girls that he knew before they were 18?
Do we have proof of this? Do we have proof?
Yeah, we just went down about 8 to 10 stories of.
No, I heard a loud white bitch talking about Drake, and she needed to get the fuck out of here. I hear the black weirdo that you were playing.
When did you get in here?
Who's like, if you feel something, you let me know you feel something. Get your stupid ass out of here.
Yeah, because the chat, people been here the whole time. We went through at least 2 to 3 cases to where he openly dated girls that he knew before the age of, like, these things were documented. These girls have came out.
They said seducing is the word that you're looking for.
They have
So
pictures of them on date.
they feel like he was seducing young kids. That's what y'all feel like? Y'all feel like he was seducing them?
Seducing underage women. No, we're saying is grooming, not seducing. Seduce is what you do to a grown woman, not to a underage girl. Let's look up the definition of grooming and seducing. I don't, if somebody
I have to do my research. I wasn't online all day. I don't have any information. I don't know your sources. I ain't been on Twitter all day, so I gotta do my research. Send me what you got, and I gotta do my research. Are we lagging? Is there a lag?
Yeah, because my thing is, I wouldn't come on. I think it is a lag.
It is, right? Because I'm on my show too. Shout out to everybody in the building.
Yeah. It's a lag, I think.
All right. Look, we'll finish this conversation. I'm gonna go ahead and entertain my folks. Shout out to you. You know how I'm coming about you. Shout out to all your supporters. I'ma zip on out. I'm gonna hit you on the back end though. I love you, brother.
So we are back in the building. The Wi-Fi was tripping, man. I don't even know what the hell be going on with my fucking Wi-Fi. Hold on, just finish the show. What you doing? Yeah, the Wi-Fi was tripping, man. Everybody had to get up out of here, bro. This shit was fucking buffering and shit. And sometimes I'll be honest, bro. I don't know what it is, but it seems like when I get on certain topics, even yesterday, when I was doing this thread on Twitter, it was crazy because as I'm typing the thread out, and the more I was putting up on the thread, the slower it was like my Wi-Fi was throttling itself. Or even last night when I was getting into a certain bag, the Wi-Fi started throttling. Or even right here when me and Killer really get in that bag, if you notice, the Wi-Fi starts throttling. Listen, man, I'm not, trying to be an Alex Jones. I'm not trying to be a martyr for social media or social justice. I'm not trying to be somebody's hero or anything like that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to cover these types of conversations, not all the time, but we're going to cover what's going on in hip hop, what's going on in media, what's going on in society. We're going to have these types of conversations. We're not going to run from what people are scared to talk about. We're not going to run from uncomfortable conversations, no matter who it's about. We're going to have to bring these things up, and we're going to have to address these things and really try to figure out, where our morals lie. You know what I'm saying? We got to try to figure out where do we take stances on and what do we take stances on? You know what I'm saying? And what we view as acceptable behavior, no matter who's a celebrity, who's a star. You know what I'm saying? Who are we going to be? Like, who are we going to choose to accept in the culture is my big question. Who are we going to choose to entertain our kids? Who are we going to choose to go to our high schools? Who are we going to choose to represent us in certain spaces? Who are we going to allow in certain spaces? Is gatekeeping something that needs to be more pushed? You know what I'm saying? Or do we need to bring shame back? These are conversations we need to have. These are things, Cat Williams said, this is the age of information. You know what I'm saying? This is the year where a lot of these things get revealed. A lot of these, what he called them, big dick deviants, will be exposed. I'm not here to be the hero of social media, but what I am going to do is present evidence. And when we do live shows like this, and I can get my bag for real, and we can do a 3-hour show, it gives me time to go into investigating things. It's times. Last Dragon, peep. Sometimes we're going to have these conversations. If you are uncomfortable with these conversations, nobody's holding you here. Salute to the Drake stands who sat here this whole time, because the biggest compliment I feel like I've had was if I was bullshitting and not giving you guys a quality show right now, a lot of the Drake stands would have left. So not only are they being entertained, they are reluctantly being informed. And if anything, I just humbly appreciate the fact that they have stuck here throughout the stream, regardless if I was talking about their favorite artists. So salute to them. Like I said before, I'm getting some messages. I'm going to go ahead and sign out, because I'm ready to play some Madden and roll up some of that ganja. Hopefully Star goes live tonight. Me and J Dub are going to be going live for Perspectives and Facts podcast on YouTube and Twitter. If you are on Twitter, please go to my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me go ahead and drop my channel in the link, so I can get some, you guys can support me. You know what I'm saying? We got over 1 million views on the channel. You know what I'm saying? We have been doing our thing. And like I said, for the fact that I'm starting just to go live, you know what I'm saying, just on a daily basis, especially with Twitter. I want some of my Twitter followers, go ahead, hit that link in the chat. Follow my YouTube, like, share, subscribe. This is Florida Boy J. Watch me and J Dub do Perspectives and Facts podcast. Tomorrow we are back to doing 2 episodes a week. So we are officially back on the grind, and you catch me on Star Report. This was, once again, the self-destruction of Drake's rise and fall, 2018-2024. We spoke on the moves he has made as an artist. We spoke on the missteps he's made in character traits. We talked about some things he has done off the mic that we can look at and, analyze. Respect BK. like I said before, I just appreciate everybody tuning in, and we're gonna see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful night, wonderful evening. And like I said, tomorrow we're gonna be right back. Specs and Facts podcast, back to regular episodes. Hopefully Star can go live in the next, 24 hours, 18 hours. So I need to get on his platform and kick a couple niggas backs in, man. So salute. You guys have a wonderful night. I'll holler at you later, man. Peace.